then we shall get the games going as well. But Gallaneth, my offer remains open to you, my dude. If there was anything you want to share, you know, I could not be more down. I could not be possibly more down to see what you've been up to, because you're a cool dude, and I appreciate you a whole bunch. And your community is a bunch of cool, nice folks, and you are a cool dude. And you play cool games, and he doesn't afraid of anything. Just know the opportunity is open. Or if any of your viewers, anything that they'd like to share, any fun clippies of yours, especially if it was something really embarrassing, something really incriminating, you saying something very cringeworthy, very embarrassing, a blunder in a video game that Gallaneth, you know, he's like, nah, I got nothing, Alex, sorry, but then one of his mods says, I got something, Alex, and Gallaneth's like, oh, fuck. Not that one, not that clip. But regardless, I think we're all set to jump in. So, Echoes of Mystralia. This game just came out yesterday. Early access. I just said earlier that, like, you know, that's how these kinds of things go. Sometimes when a game drops into early access, sometimes it's a little bit rough around the edges. I've heard this one is pretty good so far, but I've heard a couple of mild critiques. But I'm excited, though. I'm excited. I've had my eye on this one for quite some time. I am an enjoyer of many rogue-inspired things, it's true. I am a rogue-liker myself. And I've heard this one. I mean, it looks fantastic. Even if some of the reviews have been slightly mixed, I'm still excited. The main critique that I heard is that this game maybe is too similar to Hades in some ways, in visual stylings and in the way the game plays. I'm not sure if I necessarily see that as a bad thing, but, you know, that's... If it's, like, too similar to something else, I can see that could be distracting for some folks. The other thing is that some folks say the balance is a little bit... Like, difficulty balance is a little bit overtuned. The game is a little bit too hard for some. But like I said earlier, is it possible that those dinguses just got to get good? Hard to say. I guess I'll be the judge of that momentarily. But I've had my eye on this one for quite some time. I first heard about it a couple months ago. And, I mean, I just thought the visual stylings looked interesting. And I also thought that the spell crafting component really looked interesting, too. That, I think, is the thing that I'm hoping will really set it apart from games like Hades.
Unless you stay still.
I'm trying, but my head is spinning.
Hey, what's up, Aleph? Rogue liker? Licker, rogue licker. Yes, it's a rogue lick.
Breathe. Let the images rise.
If it was some kind of roguelike where you played a frog that used his tongue as abilities, then yes, that'd be a rogue licker. Or rogue lick, rather. And I was saying earlier how we've played a number of other roguelikes that also wore their Hades inspiration prominently on their sleeves. I mentioned Rainbreaker earlier.
You must rekindle the memory. Tell me what you remember.
Rainbreaker's one we played last year. We also played Realm of Ink maybe a week or two ago, and I really like both of those. Rainbreaker especially, I thought really ripped. I really like that one.
An explosion. Master called us. He sent Lucy and O back to scout. But not me.
Then what happened?
The timeless one. What's up, Will?
And when Master went back to work, I left too. Without his permission.
Oh, the lickers in Resident Evil. You're right, Farsight. How could I forget? How could I forget?
Is ready now. Tell your story, Mazarin. Let it live again.
There is one it's right, Will. You're right. There's one called Croak. I have heard of that one. Will's exactly correct. What's up, dude? Good to see you, dude. Your knowledge of frog-inspired video games never fails to impress me. Will's like, well, I have other knowledge. No, I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure that's all Will knows. I'm just kidding. And here we are. All right, so I got this slide mechanic. Very good. All right, so I got that's the spell I have right now. Little green frisbee. I couldn't tell if I'm, like, picking things up. I'm obviously breaking things. Oh, there we go. That's something I'm picking up. Well, the breaking things mechanic feels really good. It seems like just breaking random things doesn't necessarily get you anything. But if you see a barrel full of little like, colorful fellas, you want to break those for sure. What's the other one? Ooh, cool. Oh, oh, I see. I was like, wait, is that bad? Is it? Oh, yes, I think it is. So that you can pop as much as you want. But this one, if you hold it too long, it like fizzles. Yeah, I see. Like, I can't use it while it's shaking like that. That's cool. Observe the rift.
The rift was tearing through.
An approximate knowledge of many things. Ooh, pretty.
I knew I had to start moving.
Well, sure enough. Let's keep moving then. Are there any like mythologies that are represented here? You know what? That's a fair question. I do not know. I do not know. It's totally possible that it is. Nothing that I've been able to pick up on myself, at least. We're still kind of in the prologue here. We just saw that one cutscene. So no, I know about as much as you do right now. Is it a Chinese developer? It might be. It might be. Yeah, there might be like some Chinese mythology going on there.
The rift awakened old memories. Shadows risen from the past.
I do appreciate that the game has been like, you know what? Just figure out the controls. And you know what? It's actually pretty okay because the controls are pretty chill so far. There we go. Blast his ass. Oop. There we go. So you can see it's not like we're definitely not like one-shotting things. It takes us a couple hits to be able to like pop something properly. The lighting ability does a nice job of stun locking. So like the temptation to really spam the shit out of that one is, well, it is quite temptuous. I'm gonna guess that their projectiles do not do friendly fire, and that if it like goes past the dudes, then too bad. Not gonna hurt them. Yeah, it looks like they're just like casting right past each other. Oh, it doesn't go through, but that one does go through. There we go. So this is definitely one where I feel like I have to be pretty on it. I have to be pretty on my shit here. I can't just like one-shot anything and everything. But I do get a cool little Furious Outburst trigger. That's cool. Fireballs random directions, cool. So I will grab it. And eventually we'll be... Oh, here we go. I was going to say, eventually we'll be able to, like, place this somehow in our little spell arrangement thingy. One of the reasons, right, when it's, like, just kind of like a vague mythology thing. I mean, to be honest, I'm not bothered by it. It's one thing if like, they're all borrowing on the same mythology. I could see where that could get kind of old. I don't mind if a game has, like, kind of a vague mythology that may or may not be loosely based on, yeah, some kind of Asian mythology of some kind, you know, just kind of loosey-goosey, just kind of nebulous. I don't really mind that too much. I think it would bother me more if everybody went really hard on the exact same mythology. Like, if everyone did Greek mythology, Chinese mythology, Japanese mythology, Roman, like, if it was always the same couple of gods and deities, I would find that to be kind of tiresome, honestly. So the fact that Hades did a pretty good job of going all in, I wouldn't disagree. I'd be inclined to agree that Hades plays well, yes, but also, like, story-wise and lore-wise is very all-encompassing. And I think that is one unfortunate way where a lot of Hades-inspired roguelikes sometimes fall flat, where the gameplay is great, the music, the visuals, the blah, 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 but then, like, the story and the lore is kind of forgettable. And I'll be honest, Realm of Ink and Rainbreaker, as much as I love those games, I'll admit, yeah, like, the stories were perhaps some of the weakest parts of the games, mostly because, like, what were the stories about? I honestly can't remember. I mean, Realm of Ink we played like just a couple weeks ago, and I've already kind of forgotten what that game was story-wise really about. But I mean, I enjoyed the game though, so like I could see where when you compare Hades and something like this, you know, the other thing might always kind of pale in comparison unless it brings something really fresh to the equation. And I'm hoping that this spell crafting mechanic will be that freshness, to set it apart from the competition. So yeah, we channel memories, it says. We got a trigger that we can attach to this memory. Or rather, to the spell. We already have... The trigger itself is the memory. Additional effects to the spell or other triggers are attached to. Place it below the spell. Cool, so it starts on the bottom. Now we here. So I'll place it right here. Deals stacking damage over time. Could I switch it to put it on this guy instead? We could... we'll go with this one first. I wonder, am I allowed to just, like, pick them up and rearrange them? I am. That's kind of neat. So, yes, that costs 3. And it looks like if it's anywhere on the chain, it will still have a cost, and it will still be applied. So that's kind of cool. And, yeah, presumably, we have to kind of be mindful of how many things can be loaded onto a single spell. Maybe we can enhance them further. Hard to say. Hard to say. Sometimes it borders on like exoticism. I wouldn't disagree. I mean I'm not particularly sensitive to it because it's not, you know, I have no cultural connections to it myself. But yeah, if I was somebody that did, you know, if I had some kind of, like, if my family had some kind of Asian heritage and I was seeing that kind of thing all the time, I could see it being a little bit tiresome in some cases. I mean, the thing is, I think for a lot of these games, I don't know about this one, but in the case of Realm of Ink, I'm pretty sure that was a Chinese developed game. So I think with a lot of them, it's not necessarily a bunch of white guys with neckbeards sitting around being like, whoa, we love Japan, holy shit. Because I can't imagine being a white guy and having a beard and really enjoying Japan. Boy, that'd be real weird. Anyway, clearing throat. But all jokes aside, I think a lot of the times, whenever that is the focus, usually it is some kind of Asian developer. I don't know if that makes it any more or less like you were, like that word you use, like exoticism, the idea of like, oh wow, it's the Far East, wow, so cool, so exotic. It's like, you know, for the people that live there, it's like, guys, it's like, don't make this a big thing. You're making it weird. What the fuck? You know, that is unfortunately a very real phenomenon that I'm sure probably gets annoying as fuck all the damn time. Look at that. We see the fireballs now. It's so cool. And if I hold it, yeah, if I hold it, there's no effect on holding it. And actually, for that matter, yeah, if I can switch this on the fly. Now, does it matter which one I put it on? It probably doesn't, because, yeah, it looks like it applies either way. I like how it colors it with the orange. Although, but now it doesn't here. Oh, I think the idea is like anything that hangs off of it inherits that same effect too. I think that's what's going on. But anyway, now I'm kind of curious. So yeah, so as you hold it, but you don't get to hold it very long before it overcharges. And that's actually kind of cool. When you overcharge, on the one hand, you can't use it for a bit, but it does like kind of lightning around you. So there's like a pro and con to overtuning it like that. I think what I'll probably end up doing is I'll keep this one there. So I do like that. Give me a Scientology based game. There you go. There you go. Well, I mean, the thing is, I know South Park has done a number of video games. And, of course, a lot of us remember the South Park Scientology episodes, plural, maybe? So, maybe South Park could toss it in for good measure. One of their games.
Seen them before.
Doesn't seem like there's mana, necessarily, to worry about. So, it's like, all you're really tied to is, like, your spell cooldowns. All you're limited to is your spell cooldowns. And, of course, your mana, or your health, rather. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that does a really good job of like stun locking them. So if you're down to just one dude, just fucking zap their dicks off. It's really nice. It's really nice. What else? I'm just kind of clicking other buttons. Little mosquito fella. Kind of clicking other buttons. Actually, I guess I can also look at the controller thingy. Because we got the dash. Right, the heart is how you look at the spells. There's an inventory as well. There's relics. All right. And there's the relics. Nothing we found yet, obviously. And then there's the inventory. Nothing we found there either, but we have found some soul beads. There we go. You can switch around as you see fit. Okay, yeah. I saw the little blue circle in the UI. I wonder if that meant if there was like an unseen notification, an unread notification. But no, that was just the game saying, "Yep, here." It's the one that's selected. Blah, 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 blah. And I also see the electrical little lightning bolt icon, presumably implying that we're like hitting him with that effect, and he's real sad about it. I did see earlier there was one instance where we hit one bad fella. We hit one bad fella with the lightning, and the lightning jumped from one guy to the next. So there is some notion rather, of chain lightning that can be applied, which is pretty neat. It does seem a little bit wobbly as far as how it locks onto people, how it locks onto targets. It seems like the that green spell we're kind of tossing out there, that boomerang spell, kind of sort of locks for us, but not always. So a part of me wonders if a lock-on feature would be neat, but I don't know. To be honest, I almost kind of like not having to worry about it quite as much. That's like one less thing to have to juggle. But I wonder if some spells might benefit from it. I don't know. It's like kind of locking on for you. So we'll need to experiment more with it to really understand it. Lucitrilla Lightning. Well, that's great because we already have a spell that's lightning. Modifier memory. Okay. Affect the spell or the first trigger above them. So that would turn this one, the fire one, from fire into lightning. You can reorder or modify them to end up with different effects. Place your modifier and attach it to your spell or your trigger, then try it. Okay. So if I apply this here, this means... Oh, okay, no, never mind. It doesn't turn the fireballs into lightning. It means the fireballs themselves will leave trails of lightning. That sounds kind of neat. Yep, so now each fireball itself leaves a trail of lightning, but not the green fella. The green fella does not. It's just the fireballs. So if we wanted... As its own attributes, right. Contains 2 spells. Yep, you can cycle around. Change the order. Yeah, it's like, from here on out, it's pretty much experiment and just see what feels good. You can access this at any point. What if I switch these around? So now this thing leaves that kind of trail, like the green fella leaves the trail, and then the fireballs... Actually, I'm not sure what the fireballs work necessarily. Okay, the fireballs do still happen, but they're independent of the electricity, which is kind of neat. So, just kind of comes down to preference. And actually, yeah, what I was kind of thinking at first was doing something like this. So like now I'm like leaving a trail. I don't know how realistic that is, and of course it still overcharges very quickly. Did it get longer? That's what she said. But did that gain like a longer charge? I wonder if that's like a synergy that can happen. Let me put this back real quick and just kind of see. Okay, no, I'm full of shit. I don't know. I feel like not very often am I needing to worry about AoEs. I think I'll stick with this as it is right now, where the fireballs have the lightning attached, because that seems like the best opportunity for like having that AoE hit more dudes. Because if I'm using this spell, I'm pretty much using it on a single target, so the area of effect aspect is less pronounced. Grower, not a show. That's right. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it, Trev.
The more shadows there were.
Bam. And of course, I'm sure some bad guys will have elemental weaknesses and resistances. Stunlock his ass. There we go. I wonder if we'll eventually get things that have like, I don't know, like gives you a longer charge before it runs out. Because that lightning spell is great, but it does run out of juice pretty quickly. It gets overtuned very easily. Of course, it cools down pretty quick. You can see like the little bars. It starts to fill up. It resets pretty quickly. So that I do appreciate. Oop. But yeah, if there were spell effects like that, you know, reduce cooldown. I'm thinking of Noita, right? Reduce cooldown, reduce charge time, or recharge time. So, I can't help but think of games like Noita when I play this. I'm really impressed by this so far. I'm, you know, we'll see when we get into a real run. This is still the prologue, still the tutorial, so we still have plenty to see. But so far, I'm really impressed by these systems, and it feels very good to play. Spawn point around the point of... Oh, wait. Cast the spawns around the point of origin. Okay. So damage 0.7. So that tells me less damage dealt and also slower. Slower is not necessarily a bad thing, but less damage dealt is unfortunate. Yeah, this is a common modifier. So the idea... This is a modifier, just like that one is a common modifier. But it allows things to, yeah, the back and forth aspect. Now, if I put this here, would that be applied to the fireball specifically? Can I try it? Yes. Yes, now the fireballs kind of like go back and forth, which is kind of neat. One immediate thought, of course, says, we'll apply this to the boomerang, but the boomerang's already going back and forth. So I don't know if that's really necessary or really even helpful. What about applying it to the lightning? That'd be kind of interesting. Lightning kind of moving around. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I like the lightning moving like that. The fact that it does less damage is a bummer. But yeah, it's kind of cool the lightning dances around a little bit more. What we could also do is see how it applies to this guy. Ooh, that is kind of neat. Again, it's less damage. And I don't know how realistic it is they're going to want a bi-directional lightning fella, because again, we're usually using it on one dude, but I mean, it's not a bad thing. I wonder, is it also possible to just hang on to it? Send to the inventory, there it is. So we don't have to apply it to something if we're not feeling it, if we're not really vibing with it. I'm kind of curious. Okay, so it just means we're tossing both of them. You know what? I actually kind of like that. I kind of like that we're tossing 2 of them. So I actually will indeed do something akin to this. Yeah, I would say that there and that there. I kind of like that one. where now we're tossing 2 of these fellas. We're launching twice the fire. Now we're like being extra spammy with the projectiles. It does less damage, which is a bummer, but we're spamming more nonsense on the battlefield, which will make the bad guys less happy. And I'm all about making bad guys less happy in video games like this. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Utility. Right, exactly. I mean, it's ×2. I mean, it's unlikely that both of these attacks are going to hit the same target, but we're applying more things across the battlefield, which can be good for crowd control. It probably will be less effective for boss battles, so I might just go back to a single target for boss battles.
Just when I thought no one was left.
Yeah, it's all about the trade-offs, man. It's all about the trade-offs. So yeah, sometimes in games like this, the crowd control can really make it worth the price of admission. Whereas others, it's like, nope, I want to be single focused on like one thing. It depends.
Is that you? You were supposed to stay at the temple. You disobeyed the master.
What if you get surrounded? Right. I mean, well, usually what I tend to focus on in games like that, like this, are bosses and like single scary targets. Usually the mobs aren't quite as big of a concern, but this is a brand new game. Fuck do I know, man. For all I know, the mobs could be vicious in this one, so it's hard to say.
Later, Lucy. What's going on here?
Especially given that one of the critiques we heard about the game is that it's just too hard. There are people complaining, saying like, man, this game is fucking brutal. The difficulty is way overtuned. So, there's not even a guarantee I'm gonna see a boss tonight, so we'll see.
These shadows. Some of them were my people. They're fighting, burning again. And the mages. It's like the war has returned.
Everyone's got this little window on their chest.
I shouldn't have followed you.
Little orb.
Here I am. So what can I do?
A little porthole.
You can't stay here alone.
A submarine window.
It's spinning. Obak should be nearby.
The Chestussi.
Find him. I need to regain my senses.
Well, let's just keep going. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna oh shit, am I making them sad? I mean, I'm just only breaking everything, anything and everything. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Nothing weird. This person's like, oh god, my head is dizzy, the environment is so fucking weird, like, oh god, this place sucks, and I'm over here just knocking shit around. 0 hex given.
She had sent me to find Obak. But I had no idea where to go.
Get blasted, idiot. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. I mean, so far, the game doesn't feel too hard, but again, this is still the intro. I don't know if this even qualifies as the first run, so to speak. You know how it typically goes with roguelikes. The runs beyond, like, the intro or prologue is what really gets things going. We've had to take damage, but don't worry, that is only a matter of time. Also, I didn't even notice, you can really, like, just go spammy with this thing. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, I think it was doing that because it was bouncing against the wall. I think that's why I was spamming so much. See, if I just smack the button. Like, yeah, it's like, if you're, like, right here, bop, 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 then you can go nuts with it. So that's the thing. It's like if I stand with my back to this guy, then I can go spammy as hell. It's actually kind of funny.
Familiar voice.
Because, like, the main projectile is the one that's going forward. The fact that there's one going behind is not quite as attuned to the cooldown. So, yes, I can just be a real piece of shit. Just face some other dude. As long as I've got a wall in front of me, you can cheese a little bit. The game looks good. It does look good. Yeah, it's very pretty. Which I appreciate. I love a nice pleasant visuals like this. And like a lot of us, that was one of the things that first caught my eye about this game. It's like, oh wow, the game looks pretty, and all the cool spell effects look interesting, and the amount of customization does look alluring. I mean, that was one of the big things about Pathogenic, the really cool roguelike that we were just talking to Meerkat about just last night. Pathogenic has been making rounds for giving you so much player freedom and so much agency in how you design your spells and customize things. Well, not spells, but attacks and how you customize your guy. This having maybe something kind of similar makes it all the more enticing. Oh, speaking of scary looking boss fellers.
Amak! Can you hear me?
So I'm gonna guess that he's the corrupted version of the friend we're looking for.
I was looking for you. I slipped away after you left.
They're all dead.
Yeah, if you can get to end game with like the wild shit, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping this game allows you to make some crazy stuff.
If you can hear me.
Dead? What are you talking about? And who is Amek?
I told you to drop it. Stubborn dumb rock. Amak, where are you? I swear, brother, I'll find you safe.
Brother.
And then I'll beat you up myself.
Oh, now we're fighting this guy. Not really much explanation for why we're fighting this guy. It's like we found our friend, and he seems to think we're either someone else or he's very much confused. Oh god. Damage for the first time. No, I'm not a real gamer. Goodness for that little dodge button. So the crystals do stick around, so I must plan my strategies accordingly. The old blasty blast. Seeing a pattern to his attack, so I think this guy's doable. Flexes little crystal shot, crystal charges. And the old zappy zaps. I'm gonna give myself the zappy zaps. Looks like he's taking damage. Ouch. From the it's probably me burning him with the fireballs. Let's get a shield temporarily. And when he stops, I can zap the shit out of him. Of course, I can't really do any sort of defensive maneuvers on that one. I just gotta dodge it. Right. I think we pretty much got this pattern figured out. Nothing too ridiculous. Pretty suitable tutorial boss, as it were, unless he was a surprise. And when he gets to half health, he like mixes it up slightly. Oh shit! Ouch. Well, I shouldn't celebrate prematurely because I am at half health now. I got sloppy. I got sloppy for a second. We call it the sloppy seconds. When you're sloppy for a moment, that's what that means. Light his ass on fire. Wait for the fireballs of his own. There we go. I've yet to see any, like, major new things, necessarily. Just thinking maybe he was going to hit us with a surprise in the second half of his health bar, but so far he's actually being pretty alright. Here comes the fireballs, yep. I don't think I can cancel him, I just gotta get around him. Alright. Pretty good damage. If you're tricky on the time, you can kind of get a little cheesy hit against him when he puts a shield up, because he's still vulnerable on the behind, on his ass. There we go, not too bad. I think we pretty much got this in the bag, unless there's no major ridiculous fuck you surprises. I'm trying to get those little surprisey little bonus hot shots, and there he is. Not too bad, not too bad.
What? Where?
Back to the Azimuth was the name of the achievement.
What is this place?
You're on Mystralia, Old Rock. You and Lucy went out scouting when the rift burst open.
This can't be Mystralia. Everything's distant. Frozen. And there's something pulling at me.
You were talking to someone.
The old pull and tug.
Someone who wasn't there. Amek.
Someone's tugging on me.
Amek? What was I saying?
You were looking for him in a place where everyone was dead.
Mazarim.
The old tug and go, the old quickie.
One of mine. And it's trying to snag me again. I can feel it. I must go. Find the Guardians. Maybe they'll know what's going on. We'll see each other back at the temple, kid.
So I'm not super sure why, he decided to go on this, like, murderous, like, oh, I'm gonna kill the guy, even though he's clearly one of our friends, like, and then he kind of came too, but... Like, yeah, it's like, you're not gonna, like, just decide to go killing, like, random people again, will you? It's like, that was a one-time thing, you're good now? No more trying to murder your friends, please? Oh! So now I guess we get to choose our route. So this is, of course, it is also the introductory run, and this is the tutorial run and a prologue, but also it does lead us into a proper run, which is kind of neat. Kind of cool, and I like how this map looks. And zoom around, and Tyler, that's kind of neat. Ooh, and of course you can see in the distance that ominous black hole. There's the Elder Vales, the Soul Mines, the Highlands, and then there's Mystralia. That's the name of the game. Oh shit! Want to see what's in there, what's inside the black hole? If I could, like, tilt the camera upwards, I'd be curious if there's more to it as well. So, ancient lessons, health upgrade, or a new, or a new memory. Ultimately, there are rare relics and rare memories. I would say I'm definitely curious for any of those things. And it looks like it doesn't really matter. They're all pretty interconnected. So I think I will try the ancient lessons. I am also curious about the memories, but I know what the memories are. I don't know what ancient lessons are. Is it just story? Is it a new ability? Hard to say. That's what makes it so mysterious. Could it be a permanent upgrade? It could be. If this is one of those where there are the upgrades you get for the current run, but also stuff that sticks around beyond the current run. If there are permanent upgrades, that sweet, sweet, delicious meta progression we all know and love so well. Certainly possible. If I can get in there. Of course, I see it's guiding me that way, but if there's anything else in this little introductory zone, we're hopping right to it.
Lucy, go back.
I think I might lower some audio slightly. I'll leave the voice up. I'm gonna turn the music down and the sound effects down as well.
What happened to them?
Oh shit.
Where
So
were all
yeah,
these shadows?
actually we've already seen these guys before.
I had so many questions.
Ouch. Oh god. Didn't I say that it's only a matter of time before we start getting bamboozled? I feel like overall we have decent damage, but we haven't really had anything to like just be give a flat damage increase, whereas adding more effects to our spells. Ouch. Okay, well, health restoration would be awfully neat. Nice thing, we do get iframes when we dodge. Not all games like this give you iframes on dodge, as we learned when we played, which one was it? Was it Realms of Ink, or was it a different one? There was a game we played not too long ago where it's like, oh, you have to unlock the ability to get iframes on dodge. It's not always guaranteed in games like this. Every game does a little bit different. Get blasted, idiot. Hope more friends. What part of the get blasted idiot do you not understand, man? You're supposed to be the idiot. You're supposed to be the silly person, allowing me to make you look like a fool. Whoa, shit. Hup. No shortage of projectiles here. They're not afraid to spam that shit. Oh, shit. Seems like everything does exactly 10 damage, which, I mean, I guess is consistent. Oh, there it is. There it is. Unfortunate. Overconfidence. That's how it goes. That's how it goes in games like this. I was doing all right. That was a lot of projectiles, so I have to learn how to get around those things.
That's how I ended up back at the temple.
That's okay. We'll just say that was an intentional death. That way I get to see what the meta progression system looks like. That's right. That was all intentional. That's what I tell myself.
Did the others make it back? Something was wrong with Obak on Mystralia.
Obak already fished him out, but if I were you, I'd be more worried about the master.
Oh yeah?
Interesting design of this Mantis fella.
That was gone, didn't he?
Slow and insidious killer, although it was a pretty quick one there too. It was also pretty quick and efficient in that
He
case.
was all, where's that undisciplined fool?
He couldn't possibly be talking about me, would he? He would never.
That failure of an apprentice!
No, there's no way he's talking about you. He would never. I'm his favorite.
Got it. Thanks again for getting me back in. Toka got me in discreetly.
Discreet, yes. You can just kind of fuck with the dudes out here, which is kind of fun. And of course, now I'm back to our more basic, our more basic elements with our spells, at least. Ooh. It's a cool area, and the world building and lore is interesting.
But the
I would say the characters maybe are not the most amazingly interesting, but I mean, there's quite a bit of lore built up overall. So here's the master.
chaos down there, Master. You can't take 2 steps without running into grumpy shadows.
So it's like, you know, as far as like the story and the lore goes, like it's fine, it's serviceable. It's hard to really feel drawn in necessarily. That's not to this point, but again, we're still early on. I do feel that the voice acting is you know, just kind of so-so, especially for the main guy. We haven't really heard like a ton of depth from him. It's just kind of like he just kind of says the lines. He's I mean, it's just kind of there. But once again, I'm not gonna say that it's bad. I'm not gonna say any of the voice acting is bad because I don't think it's AI. It's like it's a little bit discount. Yeah, it is. You're not wrong. It is. I would agree. But I don't get the. I'm not detecting AI isms. So it was probably done by a human. And honestly, I'll take that. I'll take that a billion times over than AI slop.
A rift has burst through the cycle, Mazarim. Need I remind you?
Yeah, it's not Hades, but it's all right. That's the basic gist of a lot of these kinds of games when it comes to the story. Same with Realms of Ink. Same with Riftbreaker. All those games are the same kind of thing where the gameplay ripped and the story was not bad, but just all right. You know, not offensive, not terrible, but not memorable either.
Enough. I will not hear your excuses. You left without permission. Now you must answer for it. The Timeless One awaits.
The Timeless One, he says. So I see the exclamation point, but I also see other things. What this? So I collected 30 Lotus points and 1 blue fella, so I'm guessing this is probably the meta progression then. Damage effect of status effects, cool. Or the damage of status effects. Movement speed, love that. Start with more soul beads, which I'm guessing you probably use at shops, that kind of thing. Gain shield to start an adventure. Deal 15% damage against foes at full health. Well, I do love me the just deal more damage. It costs the exact amount that we just so happen to have. How convenient. More memory slots, maximum health, love all that. So the question is, what do we spend the blue boys on? Hard to say.
I felt grounded. Capable.
But now my status effects do more damage, so I'll take it. So right now this is unavailable. Is it unavailable because we're still part of the prologue, still in the introductory sequence, or is it unavailable because the game is early access and it's just not available for players yet? Hard to say. Who's to say? Who's to say? We found the other side where this little area in the intro placed us. Here's this guy.
Hey, kid. Just wanted to say sorry about...
Sorry, I tried to murder you earlier.
Mystralia. I wasn't feeling great.
Happens to the best of us.
I'm better now.
Happens to the best of us. We feel a little not good. We feel a little bit sicky. We try to murder anybody around us. It happens.
You look pretty gray to me.
Oh, a stone man looks gray joke. Real clever.
He's not wrong.
Out on one of the worst memories of my life, and you're laughing. You got me good, kid.
Hold on.
I got you good, fucker.
I was just trying to...
Who got who now, dumb rock? You should have seen your face. I think you turned grayer than me.
Yeah. I came to check on you, actually. Down there, you kept shouting, Amek. I thought maybe you'd want to talk about it.
This mysterious person.
Amek was my brother. I carved him myself. But
Carved him?
Right now.
Ah, yes, I do like to carve out a brother made of stone.
What you did, though. Without you, I'd probably still be out there, shouting his name to the wind. I owe you one.
And trying to kill anything that crossed my path, no less. It's kind of cool. Nice little way to test our dammy dams. It's kind of neat. I can't afford anything because I'm poor as fuck. Reshape your spell canvas, right? I spelled 2 different input, which is nice. So, yeah, nothing real new here. We already have the lightning one, right? And, of course, there's the little boomerang fella. So I'm looking forward to eventually getting more where that came from. But I think for now, let's stick with what we got. So it takes 3 eyeball points to unlock this one and 6 eyeball points to unlock that one. I'm not sure if that's like a currency we need or, excuse me, or if there's something else to it. Go up here. Do we talk to... Oh, right, yes, the...
Goddess.
What was it called? The unseen one? The shapeless one?
To be useful. I won't do it again, okay? Can I go now?
Oh my, it's a dragon. Didn't think they'd expected us to beat him on the first try. I don't know, he didn't... I would say the difficulty of that first boss was pretty reasonable.
Will keep following.
It'd be one thing if I was like, oh fuck, there's no way this boss is overwhelming, versus like, nah, that was actually pretty alright, I think.
The shadows. They came at me from every side.
As like a prologue boss goes, the tutorial boss, it wasn't too bad.
The rift has pierced the cycle of memories. Now Mystralia is drowning in its own past.
So there's a better look at the black hole, by the way, which is pretty cool looking, honestly.
He was lost. Inside a memory. That was the rift, wasn't it?
Since the rift opened, the past has returned to haunt the world.
What does that mean?
The world's memories are fighting back against a threat.
All of them? How do we save them?
Every Watcher's path leads to the Guardians. If the rift began on Mystralia, they will remember.
Wait, my Watcher's Path? You want me to go back to Mystralia? I thought I was here to be punished.
Get back out there and fight some more bad guys, motherfucker.
Role of time to punish. But those who seek the truth
Get your ass back out there.
are sometimes punished by what they find.
And then the Timeless One rose.
You don't say.
I watched her cross the temple sky, unable to move. It
Oh my.
felt like the end of the world. And somehow,
It's like
my beginning.
purple corruption mountains or something just sprouting up all over the planet. There it is. There's the title drop. There it is. Yeah, the planet does look pretty fucked. Like all these like purple lesions growing up everywhere. Purple tumors cropping everywhere. Big old mountains. So we had to get back out there, fight some bad guys, and purge the evil. Okay, and this is how we begin our next run. Cool. Anything else before we venture out? The one thing I'm unclear about is what to do with the one blue fellow we have.
So, the altar is broken, and there's memory dust everywhere. You starting with the glue or the broom?
Oh, no answer, by the way. No answer on that one. Yeah, so we'll see what the blue fella is all about. It's not a tumor! Yeah, exactly. I say let's just go ahead and jump on in and see what's what. Is that the fella? No. It is truly just a statue, because the fella itself is like, yeah, back over here. I just saw that in the bottom right there. Unless these are like measures of the bosses we'll be fighting, but probably not, because I see a lot of the same kind of character design there. Let's jump on in. Try it once again, and less suck this time. I'm gonna attempt the bold and controversial and possibly inflammatory strategy of less suck, drop the suck.
Whole forest to cross, and all its past to walk back through.
We wanted a better view of the rift. There it is. There it is, in all of its splendor. Let us do it. Let's do, and the nut hydrate. Well, once again, I can do those two simultaneously. Of the water. Nut. That's right, nut and hydrate at the same time. That way, it balances out. The hydration you lose on said nutting gets returned to you immediately. And of course, I'm referring to the energy it takes to compress the nut button. There's no other like definitions or like innuendo what I refer to when I'm talking about like getting dehydrated upon a good nut. That's not at all what I could be possibly getting at.
Reach the guardians.
Not at all what I'm getting at.
A destination. That was all I had.
Lightning fellers. Against some mosquitoes, that is.
No road, no instructions.
Kind of miss my my cool little fireball thingies.
Going.
But like I said, we're just gonna not suck this time. It's that simple. We know that our status effects do more damage. Now, I don't know what status effects necessarily entail. I'm gonna assume that probably means like if you light something on fire and they take like 10% damage, you know, every 2 seconds. Like that's probably a status effect. So, as opposed to the actual spell effect itself. So, pierce one foes with that are affected by freeze, and it adds chill. So I'm guessing a chill builds up freeze. Yeah, so completely frozen. Kind of cool. Triggered on spawn. Okay. Speedy ice shard. That's kind of neat. 10% damage. Apply some chill. And when they are frozen, it lasts longer. So that last one wouldn't really be all that helpful. So that applies some more chill. But this one actually does some nifty damage. I think I might just go for the damage one. That sounds kind of nice. 24/7. That's right. That's right. That's right. Many talents, most of them questionable. Always talented, always questionable. All too real. All too real, man. So it takes a second for the little ice fellow to spawn. I think it's fine. Not the most exciting. However, what if I apply this to this guy? Seems like you only get it once. Yeah, I just saw the one. I just saw the one. Yeah, so to really maximize that one, you would need to have it go like basically tippy-tapping it all the time. So I'll apply to this guy. Not the most exciting spell synergy right now, but it's something. Something to experiment with, if nothing else. Always chubbed up. Okay, maybe not always, because, yeah, if that lasts for more than 4 hours, you should really see a doctor. You do not want things to begin to atrophy due to blood loss. Lack of circulation. Something you'd like to avoid. 2 options. So let's see. I think the golden one meant what we were trying for last time. The one that said like ancient lesson or something. Let's try that one. Yeah, the ice lightning one. I mean, it sounds nice, but it's a shame that it's only a one-time cast when you initiate the spell. So if you click and hold it like I usually do when I'm using that spell, it's not very exciting. There we go. It'd be one thing if it was like rapid fire, like ice, 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 ice. Then I'd be a little bit more implored. And I'd be a little bit more tempted to try it out. There we go. Not too bad. So here we go. Here's the ancient lesson we saw earlier. Oh no, it's a relic. I'm wrong. Gain haste. Guessing that probably makes us fast. Then if I take a look at my relics, there it is. And I'm already fast. I can already feel it. Is this a thing? Are they just there for? I think they're just there for show. Unless I can electrify them or something. Maybe fire would do something for them. Hard to say. Yeah, that's a problem. I don't know if I can remember what the icons mean necessarily. Now the eyeball thing is the thing we did see from the base. We needed like 3 eyeball feathers to unlock the next spell, or 6 to unlock the next spell. I'm just kind of pressing buttons to see if there's a way to like look at the map, but nothing jumps out of me. I'm just kind of pressing buttons here. Yeah, nothing jumps out. So we'll just kind of play it by ear. But yeah, we definitely want the eyeball feathers. So the eyeballs are some kind of better progression thing probably, and most likely so too are the lotus things, because we use the lotus flower station. Oh shit! To get our guy all juiced. Okay, that's when they give us the status effect bonus on damage. The multitude of projectiles got us pretty good last time. But this time we're going to get better. Are we going to get good? Well, we're going to get better. I'm not sure if I can overpromise.
I remember my first ancient...
So that's what the ancient lesson is. Ancient lesson are the eyeball feathers. And it is indeed just part of the meta progression. Very nice. Very nice. I'm trying to keep an eye out for other breakable things that might give us the goods. Because, you know, not every box has the goods necessarily. That's going to be a spell. And this one's going to be... I don't know. I guess question mark. I guess I'll go for this one. A certain kind of spell. There we go. I also wonder if the boss battle is going to be the same, or if it's going to be against that same dude, the same rock fella, or if the first boss will be something different, or maybe no first boss at all. Maybe this is like the run officially beginning, and that's outside of what we did last time, where that was like a scripted thing. His ass, there we go. These guys, their whole thing seems to be that AoE they throw at you. No melee, no projectile, just that one AoE. Yeah, probably some kind of random mix. I'm thinking the same thing. This one looks like it's specifically fire. So there's the fire one we had last time, which was pretty cool, honestly. I liked it. I like the fire projectiles. Damage when you're low on health, which is obviously never going to happen because I will never take fire. I will never take damage, obviously, because I'm just so cool. Adds burn. Feel the burn. Stacking damage over time. None of these are particularly exciting. I mean, I liked this one last time. Rather not just get the exact same thing. Right, Aleph, that's what I tell myself. That's what I tell myself. If I you know, toss out this air of overconfidence, surely it will never come back to bite me in the ass. When has that ever come back to cause me to eat crow for my own overconfidence, my own hubris. I'll just go for this one, and just adds a little bit more duration. Like I said, I'm trying to avoid just doing the same, not doing the same thing over and over again. I will specifically apply it. Oh, this thing. Can I grab that one? I could apply that after that one too, I suppose. Or you know what? It might be actually more funny to apply the burn on the lightning.
Every memory made me stronger.
Yeah, it's tricky because we can't really see it, obviously. If I had like a little crash test dummy to test it on, I'd be curious. And then the opposite thing to try, something like this. Oh, whoops. Yeah, we can't actually see the burnification. I'm gonna see what happens if we put it on the lightning. I'm hoping if we put it on the lightning, it'll apply every tick versus once per cast. Like the spell or first trigger above. Right, that makes sense. Yeah. Makes perfect sense. One thing I also appreciate about this game is that the spell crafting and modifying system has so far been like pretty chill. Never take the twice thing, the same thing twice. That is solely right. I want to experiment. Read the description for the fire guy. Effects of spell, duration, blah 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 blah. Builds up until it casts a chain, casts lightning bolts. The first trigger or spell, right? Because the spell is the first one that's above. So per casting. Well, what I think what I'm getting at is, does that one burn application apply per damage dealt? Because there's like the same thing with the ice spell. With the ice spell, for the ice to pop out a bunch of times with the lightning spell, I'd have to do this. Bop, bop, bop. Instead of just holding it down. So what I'm curious about is, how does that burn get applied? And is that when damage is dealt, or is it only upon initial casting? The thing with the ice fella is that it says on spawn of the spell effect. So that's just me just kind of wondering out loud, will this one be different because it doesn't give that clarification? So again, more experimentation. That's what it all comes down to. So we're gonna watch to see like how fire gets applied to those fellers. A rare relic, but you have to fight a pretty big fella for that one. More ancient lessons. I am curious to get more spells. I am curious to get like some new spells, that is. So I kind of want to do that one. Just gotta try it out. That's right. We gotta try it out. When you press the button, or it's like when the spell pops out. When the spell pops out. But if you hold the spell down, the spell button down, it does not count as multiple spell effects. It just still counts as just the one. So I'm wondering how this one will apply. And only one way to find out. Because we really can't tell visually as I'm like using the spells. I mean, you can see a bit of an orange hue to it maybe, but I think that was always there. No obvious answers to the question. That one, I don't know. We did find that this one over here was a relic. This one maybe gives you, I don't know. You know what? I think I'll take the relic again. But the fact that one is like looks as sad and blue and purple and like broken makes me wonder if that is a bad thing. Now, why they would give you a reward that is a bad thing, I don't know, but... So now we got some elevated fellers. Oh, shit. So it's not a boss, but it is an elevated fight. Oh, shit. What was that about not taking damage, Alex? What was that? Good thing I've never talked shit once in my life. Never have, never will. Nope. Yeah, so not a mini-boss necessarily, but definitely an enhanced enemy type of some kind. But they are spawning more dudes. Ouch. Alright, I was supposed to be watching to see how fire's being applied, and I don't really know if I see it at all. Oh, no, I do see it. I see it. 1, 2. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so it is per hit. It is per hit. I just noticed. It's a little bit subtle. Yeah, but it is like per instance of the spell connecting, and not per casting. Ouch. Just go for it. Oh, he does get super armor. He does power through it. Ouch. God damn it. Well, now if I would have taken that low health damage boost, I'd be getting it right now. The problem with those kinds of upgrades is that I always come back to the same thing. It's like, well, that's a sometimes upgrade. I'm a fan of the always upgrades. Give me the things that always benefit. That's what I'm curious about. Give me that relic. Fulgor pick. She picking on my Fulgor. What's up, Alias? What's up, buddy? How's the upside down magic? It is, I'm liking it so far. It is interesting. It is interesting. And there's some parallels with games like Pathogenic that have, you know, a similar kind of like spell. Well, in Pathogenic, it's not a spell, but like damage affecting customization, that same kind of system, and encouraging you to kind of hot swap things around, and not whenever you like make a selection, it's not locked in forever. You can kind of switch it around and customize and whatnot. I mean, I appreciate being encouraged to customize and experiment, because experimenting in the bedroom is just as important as experimenting with a spellbook. That's right. Take damage, or right, which will never happen, obviously, or yeah, obviously. Each hit with your spell grants more damage. So I'm guessing that applies for all of our things, because we don't attach a relic to a spell or anything like that. It's just when as we have those things equipped, as we have them in our inventory, rather, it applies to things that we're doing. So of course that's not going to be as effective for this guy, but it'll be great for that one, and I love that for us. And with that, let's jump on into the next thing. Looks like we have a conversation coming.
I'll never forget my first...
The gameplay was just kind of so I'm liking it so far, but this is only our first like proper run, as we did the prologue earlier, and the prologue went well.
Well,
Oh my.
I wasn't expecting that. Are you speaking to me, sir?
Boss battle maybe? Or mini boss?
The ravage of the forest has lasted long enough.
I see. I got here too late. The shadows already have you.
Oh, some games tomorrow? I would say the answer should be yes. The answer should be yes. I'm more confident I'll be available tomorrow than I was Monday, because Monday was kind of a wild card. Tomorrow I should be available. I'm gonna see if I can possibly wrangle like a slightly earlier start than usual. I'll see how tomorrow goes. Tomorrow is my day in the office.
Wait.
So I'll see how tomorrow goes work-wise.
Let the flames rise.
But that would be good, because we missed out last Sunday. If nothing else, I should be good for this Sunday as well. Oh, but I lose health. Well, I have 26. That would leave me with a whopping 6 HP. Level 1 something. I'm not sure what the something is. I'm scared. Anyway, I'm just gonna be standing here being weird. I'll leave you to it, sir. So there's, I'm not sure what that is. Is that a relic? Yeah, I wish there was like a way to see like what are the things I'm going towards. But I guess that's the thing. Gotta experiment to find out what these things are. I'm curious what this one's gonna be. Yeah, I'll keep you guys. I'll keep you posted in the Discord chat. It does sound good. Oh, how was the game you guys played on Monday? By the way, I was not able to watch any of it, unfortunately, but I did see that that it was a game I did not recognize. So I was like very curious.
And now,
I meant to like go back and watch some of the VOD. Oh my god, there's so many skeeters. Yeah, all the skeeters. What are the skeeters doing? What the hell? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here. Light your ass on fire. So many skeeters. Is there something spawning them, or is it just a fuck-ass mosquito orgy? Good lord. Lordy. It's a new spell. Saphiria. Cool. Oh, Dungreed. I gotcha. Well, if it gets the alias and shake and craft recommendation, I might just scoop it up. Get that build crafting. I like it. Heavy burden. Big and damagey. Cast 2 orbiting stones around you. Love the big stones. That's right. Tangible. Blocks and collides. Ooh, that's kind of nice too. When you kill something specifically. Lasts for 6.5, or not quite 6.5 seconds. More size over lifetime. I would say I'm tempted to try this one. I love the damage 15% one. That sounds nice. That spell would be interesting. If I had a spell that lasted a very long time, that could be very interesting. I think I will try this one. And I will indeed apply it towards this guy. I mean, I could apply it towards the little icy fella. The icy fella itself isn't a ton of damage necessarily. So I will put that there. Or I could apply it separately. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Now, I'm kind of curious, though. So let's see how that looks. So it's bigger and damagier. It's bigger, damagier, and stronger, too. He's the first member of the Echoes of Mystralia crew. Hey! So there's that. Or the other fun thing to imagine is big fire. Oh, right. Or not big fire, big lightning. I mean, maybe it's bigger. I mean, the damager part is nice. In fact, it even says, yeah, 46 instead of 40. So, yeah, it's nice. And the duration is slightly larger as well, I suppose. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I think I'm kind of vibing with that one more. I think that where it is. That was kind of neat, yeah. That's the thing, though. I would have been tempted. I wish I could have experimented with both of the ones I was kind of curious about. Only take one with me, obviously, but there was definitely one that kind of caught my attention.
Every watcher's best friend.
Oh my, a little bonus. Oh, not gonna say no. Not gonna say no with some bonus shenanigans. He's not wrong. The game is very fun. We got to play it with Trev and a bunch of friends a couple days ago. Had a very nice time with it. It was a very good time. Lightning ball. That sounds kind of cool. Some chain lightning staticky nonsense. Love that. Burn duration and stack limit. Some more burnification. Fireballs in random directions. A rare trigger. Well, this one's rare, so it's got to be better, right? Triggered on distance. Random directions. On distance. So we know that triggered on spawn. We know how that one works. And because it's on spawn, that would not be as good in the lightning fell. So we'd probably put that one on our little frisbee spell. But triggered on distance. Triggered on distance. I'm curious. I gotta know. I gotta know how that one works. And I'm gonna put it on this guy. Let's see. More burn. Feel the burn. That's kind of cool. I mean, it is random directions. This thing, and it's like, of course, I overcharged it, obviously, or I overused it. That's weird. It's like sometimes it goes multiple uses. Other times it kind of doesn't. Oh, you know what? I think I see. Yeah. It's as you move the spell around, or as the spell moves around. Okay, so it's actually not as effective on the lightning fella. Which actually means I think we're gonna just kind of end up like super juicing this spell. Because if I'm applying burn to one thing, I might as well apply it to all. Yeah, triggered on spawn. Yeah, this ice one is really not very good. Something like this. Oh, except no, I should do it this way. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. It does matter. Yeah, so we definitely want that one first. And the odd chance that the firelight cancels itself out or something like that. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's silly. Maybe I shouldn't limit it. But in my mind, it's like if I'm applying this fire, I might as well apply the fire across the board. That's a thing, though. It's random. You know what? It's random directions is the thing. So it's not very reliable. So I'm not going to, like, bank on it. But that one, of course, is reliable. That one, like, that always applies the burn on its targets. So kind of an unusual combination. I don't think I love it, but I also don't hate it. So it's serviceable. Serviceable. All right, let's go on. Moving on with our bad selves. Sometimes I need 20 minutes too. Sometimes I need a Gatorade and a cigarette.
Step no further, stranger.
Sure thing. Name's Mazarin, by the way.
Should I be nervous about the fact that there are health bars on screen right now? Looks like they're crash test dummies, but still.
Mazarin. Quick question. How many wolves do you see?
5 at a glance, and none of them look pleased to see me.
He said with the enthusiasm of an anime protagonist.
5 wolves waiting for you to make a single mistake. Now, tell me, are you haunted like the others?
Haunted? No, just a little tense. Probably because of, well, the wolves.
Yep.
Good enough. Enter. But remember, I'm watching you.
Now I wonder if this means, like, truly if I, like, cast a spell and like, hit something other than the project, and then the, crash test dummies, if they will murder my shit.
Sure, we're protected.
Welcome to our greenhouse, traveler.
Gyrid.
And apologies for Asta's reaction. We've all been tense since the sky turned purple.
Valid, honestly.
And I'm sorry to say that what I ask of you may not be welcome.
You come here seeking the memories of our people, do you not? I was hoping we would see one of you soon.
You know of us.
Yes, one of you in particular. I know that you make sure the past stays where it should. This very morning I went to pray to the sacred tree, hoping it would send you our way. You have our blessing. Take all that you can, before the sky swallows us all.
Okay. Our guys seem to be concerned that they would not be happy to see us. Oh, but it's a shop, I see.
It seems I owe you an apology.
I'm no god. I come from a temple, not the heavens.
Skyfolk trying to play humble. I swear I've seen it all. Anyway.
I mean, we did get swooped down by a dragon, so
They like to look,
kinda sick.
but they've got good hearts. I raised them myself. Isn't that right, big guy?
All right, we need a voice actor to do their best dog impression or wolf impression.
I trust them with my life. But against what's outside, they don't stand a chance. Ghosts don't fear fangs. They get you from the inside.
Should we do another take? The guy was like really far away from the microphone. No, it's fine. It's fine. Leave it in. Should we raise the gain on the microphone? No, it's fine. It's fine. Should we go into post and raise the volume on the sound file? Nah, just ship it. It's fine. It's fine. It's like that last couple lines. I was like, did my speakers go out? Like, what the hell? All right, so I don't have much juice.
Embarrassing.
Can't afford much.
Someone finally passes by, and here I am, covered in ashes. Please pardon my appearance.
Here I am, covered in asses.
Nobody knows me here, and I showed up out of the blue. It should be me who apologizes.
Right? Yeah. It's like. Is this on my end?
Look at us. Two polite souls at the end of the world. True models for good manners. It remains to be seen how long we have before we lose our minds like the rest.
Hooray!
To be holding
That's a
up well
spirit.
for now. It doesn't feel as tense here. What's your secret?
Drugs.
Ashes, my friend.
No. Well,
I
maybe.
haven't stopped grinding them since the sky turned purple. They keep us safe. But for how much longer? That is the question.
The asses, my friend. What's this?
Sorry, what did you call me?
You've come to meet the guard
The wolves with man hands.
of the rift.
I don't know who told you that, but they were well informed.
'Twas the spirits. You watchers call them memories. Some return to us. They speak to me through the ashes. This morn, they spoke of he whom you call their Khan. The sacred tree does not fare well. The spirits wish to impart this knowledge upon you.
Got to re-download that Dark Tide. Yeah, it is good. It is very fun. And Alias, if you're like me, it's probably been a hot minute since you've played it. In my case, it was like a year or so since I last played, and it was fun. It was fun getting to dive back in with Trev and a whole bunch of other, a bunch of other homies. It was a good time. It was a good time. But yeah, main drive is getting weird. I'm actually in a somewhat similar situation where I think I need to replace my C drive because we've been having more technical issues as of late, and I mean, on the one hand, they've been more pronounced, but on the other hand, like these are problems that have they kind of come and go randomly. Like I feel like there were times kind of like this where I would have like a lot of blue screens and a lot of just random crashes, and then they would go away, and then they would come back, and they would go away again. It's like because it's been like that for a while. It's weird because by all measures, as I run various diagnostics and use various tools to see how my SSD is doing, what my main C drive is doing, it's fairly all right. Like there's no obvious oh, here's errors were reported on this thing. Here's sectors that have had failures or unrecognized or unresolvable problems. Nothing shows up along those lines, but it makes me wonder if I need to replace my C drive. So I'm wondering if that's something that I need to let's just kind of start shopping around for. It's either that or maybe my power supply, but same kind of thing there. I think if there were power supply problems, I'd be seeing other kinds of issues. So I don't think it's the power supply or the RAM, but again, I've tested the shit out of my RAM and I just can't find anything wrong. So I don't think it's the RAM either. So I don't know. I'm in a similar situation where there are mysterious problems I've been having, and I can't really all the usual suspects that you would expect to have issues. Nothing comes out when you I can pet the doggies, pet the wolves. Nice creatures. Nothing comes out when you like do not random tests, when you like kind of run the diagnostics, all that jazz. And you know, if this was like 5 or 6 years ago, I'd say, well, fuck it, I'll just upgrade my RAM anyway. I could use an upgrade. But now, fuck, like Aleph says, I mean, good fucking luck being able to afford all that nonsense. So might just be better off just I just upgrading what is reasonable, and what isn't, just continue to hold off, I suppose. Alias does have a thing for us, by the way. He does have a thingy. Could it be a RAM issue? I mean, it could, like, it's possible, but I've run a number of diagnostic things, the stuff that Windows has built in, as well as some third-party tools that were recommended to me by a couple other folks, and everything just always comes back green. I can't find a thing wrong with the damn thing. And it's like, do I want to spend hundreds of dollars replacing a component that might have nothing wrong with it, on top of the fact that I actually can't upgrade my RAM unless I buy a whole new motherboard and CPU as well. So that's the other thing kind of holding me back. If I upgrade any one component beyond either power supply or hard drives, or well, hard drives, SSDs, then it's basically a whole new computer. And that is a purchase I could afford, but I really, really, really don't want to have to do. It's like, yes, I can afford it, but God, it would be such an overpriced purchase to make. I would like to. I know it's probably naive of me to think, but is it possible things will come down in the next couple years? I'm beginning to lose faith, but a hobbit can dream. A hobbit can dream. Could it be a motherboard short circuit? I mean, anything is possible. I mean, I haven't been fucking with my computer in a long time, and I think of like things shorting out. You know, if it's an electrostatic discharge kind of thing, or if I'm overclocking something. I never overclock. I never have, and I probably never will. So I don't think it's me overtuning something, but you know, it's entirely possible. The motherboard I've had since 2019, so it's getting up there. It's getting up there in years. The power supply I've had is like 12 years old, and in fact, so too is the SSD I have that my C drive is on. So those are the two things that I would maybe expect to kind of start to see some wear and tear. But again, doing like the diagnostics, everything comes back as fully green. So but I might just still go ahead and go for the C drive, the SSD replace, because really I don't think storage is that bad right now. RAM, of course, is expensive as fuck. GPUs are still expensive, but I think storage is not too bad. Storage devices, SSDs, hard drives, I don't think that's too bad. I'm not sure if they'll come back down anytime soon. I mean, that's the other concern too, is like, you know, am I just going to be waiting forever? The reality is, you know, if my computer were to just shit bricks tomorrow, if I just wake up and the computer won't turn on and it's time to upgrade, say, the CPU, I would take that as a sign from the heavens above and say, all right, gut the whole thing and make all three. Like I said, get the RAM, get the motherboard, get the CPU, just, you know, new build entirely. Maybe not fully new build, I'd keep the GPU and power supply and all that jazz, but yeah, like, again, I can afford it. It's just right now, it's awful. And what I might even possibly do is maybe wait for Black Friday, which is not that far off, obviously. But even then, it's like, do I want to just replace everything? Basically, the whole ass computer, when there's not necessarily anything that needs to be replaced. You know, it's one of those where it's like, no, just throwing money around to, like, buy a whole ass new computer. I don't know. I feel like there's better ways I could be investing my money. Yeah, what if the AI bubble pops? Yeah. I mean, I suspect there will be some kind of degradation of the AI bubble. Will it fully pop, or will it just deflate a little bit? Something probably. But yeah, will that mean things will become less expensive? I would say possibly, but like, will it be as sharp of a decline as we want it to be? Probably not. Probably not as sharp of a decline as we want it to be, honestly. Even SSDs and hard drives are pretty fucked. I guess, I mean, I haven't shopped for them in a while. It wouldn't surprise me if everything generally is more expensive with, you know, with the tariffs and all the other bullshit. Just economically speaking, the cost of living is worse now than it was, you know, but even shorter than that, just a couple years ago. So it wouldn't surprise me, yeah, if SSDs and hard drives had a bump in price for sure. But obviously the big one is RAM, because obviously RAM is the stuff that's been gobbled up by, you know, all this data center nonsense. Motherboards can die. Well, that's the thing, though. Like, I think if my motherboard was dying, I would see other downstream effects. I don't, as opposed to something only crapping out kind of randomly when I'm streaming. I never get blue screens like that when I'm not streaming. So it's like, but it's also not a heavy load kind of thing, because like, I don't think it's things overheating. I don't know. It's kind of unclear. Yeah, no hard disks for you. Yeah, I think I've got one drive that is still a hard disk drive, but that one is something that I just use for like storing my music and like a bunch of the stream video files that I have. So just large files that are backed up anyway. Not gonna be building like a new computer for a while. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, again, it's just a matter of like, well, just knowing how expensive it is right now and may or may not become in the future. It's like, well, I've just, just save my money when reasonable, obviously. It might get propped up, like the real estate stuff. Very possible. Very possible. Yeah. Things might not get any better anytime soon. I wouldn't necessarily disagree. I'm trying to be like pessimistic necessarily, but it's hard to be optimistic. That's for sure. So it's RAM and hard drives. I did not know that storage devices were getting it really bad. Hard drives and SSDs, probably both, right? I would assume. Could be a load issue. Possibly. I mean, I've like run benchmark tests, like to like benchmark my GPU to like kind of push it a little bit further, and I've never come back with any issues there either. Of course, I've only done that off stream. Usually, when something is relating to streaming, it's more CPU heavy usage usually, and I do have my encoder set to be my CPU instead of my GPU. So it's possible that there could be some CPU load shenanigans going on, possibly. 10 years ago was $600. Yeah. Rent control, yeah, for sure, Trev. Yeah. No, I'm so glad we don't rent. I'm so glad. I mean, I rented up until like 2017, I think, from 2011 to 2017. Then after that, I owned my condo back in the day. But yeah, I've been out of the renting game for a long time, and thank goodness, honestly. Just storage in general, yeah, exactly. You got your current apartment, Aleph? Yeah, I remember you were saying that was a big one for sure. Never gonna leave. I don't blame you one bit, man. I don't blame you. SSDs and the little M2 drives, yeah. Are benchmarks accurate if they don't run long enough? I mean that's a fair question, honestly. I mean, I guess I don't really know, honestly. Repaste the CPU. Well, if it was a CPU paste issue, I think I'd be seeing heat problems, and it's not a heat issue. When I run like the diagnostic and tests, I'm also monitoring things like CPU temperature. And usually when I get like a blue screen or a crash, it just comes right, well, actually not usually, 100% of the time, it just comes back up. If it was a heat problem, I don't think it would come back up instantly. In fact, I've had that happen once before, and that was when I did have to get the CPU paste reapplied. That one happened probably about 7 or 8 years ago, before I was streaming regularly. So I've seen what those symptoms look like. The fact that it seems like when that happens, it doesn't have symptoms that relate to a temperature problem necessarily. So I don't think it's temperature or like thermal paste being insufficient. I don't think. I mean, I like to think I'm reasonably comfortable with hardware stuff, but I'm far from an expert. So of course I really can't say like with 100% confidence. The zeitgeist of AI bullshit. Yeah, no, I understand what you mean, Trev, and just the idea of it getting subsidized by the federal government is a very real possibility. None of us want it to happen, but it happened with real estate back in 2008. It could very much happen here too. Very much could. More than a mortgage? Yeah. Yeah, no, Trev, you're exactly right. That is a very real issue. It's bad in Canada, it's bad in the US too. I'm sure plenty of other countries are having it too, for sure. He says, don't get me started. Your apartment's been having problems too, right? But it's still cheaper than anything else, right? Yeah, I'm sure you've looked. Right, I did go ahead and jump into that the minute I saw it, which I guess the news for that broke earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday. Yeah, stick around as long as you can. I don't think anybody will blame you. By the way, here is the video that Alias had. Alias had a video that did fall behind, and we're getting caught back up. Let's see what it is. And actually, Alias, this is a free because it's less than a minute. So it'll be a cheapo video.
Alien
versus Predator Extinction. Bring the battle home.
I remember that shit. I remember that commercial. That is very good. I remember that commercial. I love the little, like, nod he gives. The bro, like, wait for it. So, I love that. But that's the thing, it's Alien versus Predator. They're not bros. Predator gets it. He understood the assignment. Blush. And then the alien screech.
Alien.
Incredible. Incredible. I'm kind of curious. I was wondering if the caption would be like alien screeching. No, it does not know how to do it. Understandable. Very, very good. Very, very good. Man, these thumbnails are getting weird. These thumbnails are getting weird, bro. Watch this every year for at least 10 times the past 15 years. The definition of a classic, he says. It's an actual trailer for the game. Now, I never played that Alien vs. Predator. The one I played was Alien vs. Predator 2. Where you could play as the Marines and the Predator and the aliens. And I never did get very far. In fact, I mostly, it's going to sound kind of silly, but I only mostly played the demo back in the day. I do own the full game, but I never actually, like, really played it. So at some point, that'd be a good one to dive back into. I also have the original Alien vs. Predator on Steam. It's a hard fucking game. I tried that one, I couldn't get very far. Hard fucking game, but yeah, I really liked Alien vs. Predator 2, the multiplayer one. Or the multiplayer mode, rather. It's my turn. Yeah, Smiles puts his head up. Yeah, just the bro nod, and Predator's not having it. There was Alien vs. Predator Requiem, which I never did see. That's the movie, right? The Requiem, not a game. It's good. Better love story than Twilight. He's using the wrong side of the brush. Was he? It's kind of hard to tell, actually. I mean, maybe it's like a double-sided one. Hard to say. Hard to say. Also, 3 rolls of toilet paper, all with, like, different amounts used already. I appreciate that. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Elias, for that redemption. Like I said, though, I'm going to refund you the points, though, because that was a freebie. One was less than 60 seconds. Therefore, that one's free. Unlike Domino's Pizza. If it's under half an hour, you get it for free. If it's under 60 seconds, get it for free. Grab this and get back in the games. Hold on, what's this one? Let me mute. Oop. Oh, hold on. Let me grab one thing. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, sorry. Let me grab one. Yeah, it's like it's trying to redirect a couple times. I think I got it. There we go. Yeah, I saw that the link was struggling, but no, we got there.
What do you have under your jacket? Nothing. Oh, Bart, not again. Hand it over. Oh, Bart. I can't believe you did this.
Oh, fuck.
I can't believe you've done this. That's good. That's good. A deeper cut. But we're gonna allow it. Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this. Yeah, that was a good... That first was a good commercial. It's called Xenomorph, not Alien, Alex. You know what I mean. It's called Alien vs. Predator, not Xenomorph vs. Predator, but yeah. He's right, though. He's right. Yeah, that's a good one, though, Trev. I like it. I mean, I like both of those, obviously. New True Game commercial? Well, I thought the whole idea was that it was, like, kind of sort of real, but was never aired. I thought that was the idea. Was that it, like, never made it past, fucking corporate signing off or whatever, where... I don't know how real that is, but the lore as I understood it was that it was real insofar as it was made, but yeah, never filmed. But if it was a skit, well, that's the thing. It sure looked like a skit when I first saw it. I was like, it looked like a comedy kind of skit, so that would make plenty of sense. But I've been surprised before. Also, Neem, thank you for the raid, Neem. That's so nice. We were just talking about the cool games we got to play with Neem and other homies of ours just a couple days ago. We had the joy of getting to play some Darktide with the homies a couple days ago. And in fact, they did more Darktide yesterday. Unfortunately, I had to miss out, so I started my stream way too late to join in. But thank you, Neem, for that raid. Neem is playing some more Hell Diving, of course. Helldivers 2, the classic. Neem, as always, you've heard my spiel so many times because you've raided so much, so I really appreciate that. If there's any clips of yours you want to share with us, I'm always down. We are playing a really cool game that just came out yesterday. This is Echoes of Mystralia. Just came out yesterday. It's in early access. It's pretty solid so far. you'd be forgiven if you saw this and you went, huh, looks kind of like Hades. I would say there's like some Hades-isms for sure, but the spell crafting mechanic is very interesting, so I'm really liking this so far. And this is only like our first like proper post-prologue run, so we're getting in there and trying to get nice and weird with it first, but I'm liking it so far. I can get recall. I don't know what recall is, or I can get a heal. I'm gonna buy, oh, I see. Recall means like, yes, you purchase one of the things. So I don't know what that is, but I do know this is a heal, so I'll take the heal. Because I lost a lot of health because I am such a cool gamer. Thank you, Neem, for that raid. Like I said, any clips of yours you want to share, I'm always down to see what you're up to. You're a freaking homie, and I appreciate you. It's fun getting to play some games with you the other day. And we'll have more games in our future if I had to guess. Some good stuff. New update, that's right, new Helldivers update. That's fantastic. Fantastic. He says, hot and steaming out of a hell pod. Well, depending on how... On like the situation I'm hell podding into, I might be hot and steaming outside of the hell pod as well, which is to say my flesh melting from you know, some kind of overjuiced over a murderous I don't know, acid bath from like the little the insect fellers that got the acid blood, that kind of shit. Or, I don't know, the sky raining down lava, because that's the thing that happens in some of these kinds of games. You know, all that kind of good stuff. But thank you, guys. Thank you for that raid. Neem, like I said, if there's any clips you want to share, I'm so down. So down. Is it the Old Woods? No, it's the Olo Woods, apparently. Alright, which one do I want to go for next? A rare memory. Oh, those are the rare ones. Well, the rare ones sound delicious. Let's go for those. Medium rare, at least. Yeah, I'm with you. We haven't actually played Helldivers in quite some time. We, of course, played it with a bunch with Shake and Alias and Krath. And I think, and Grim joined in a couple of those as well, you know, months ago. And I mean, for a little bit there, that was kind of one of the more regular ones that Shake was dragging us into. I say dragging, implying that I wasn't enjoying myself. Of course I was, but yeah, we haven't played in quite some time, actually. I'm about to bust. That's right. Yeah, the Illuminate, I think that was around the time we played last. It was like the big Illuminate update that they made. Yeah, I guess it was some months ago. There's also the 40k crossover. That's right. I know that's a big one. That's a big one for sure. Cruel Thorns. Ooh, I do kind of like that. No chill. Yes, chill. I'm kind of curious to try that one. It's rare, so that means it's gonna be better too. Obviously, if it's better, if it's rare, that means it's good. Randomly within a 120 cone. Kind of tempting. I'm gonna try this one. And in fact, what I might even do, because this is on a, it's on a triggered on hit. Presumably that would mean it would stack in the same way that this fire burnification also stacks. I'm hoping that chill and burn don't cancel out. I mean, maybe they do, maybe they don't. Hard to say. And actually, what I might also do is move this guy to this one as well, because then that one will presumably trigger whenever this one triggers. That's what I'm hoping, because that triggers when that one spawns, and that one triggers on hit, so I'm hoping it will flow. But that thing has to hit. There we go. There we go. That's what I like to see. I'm a little bit surprised it's like popping off in all those directions. Oh, okay. Actually, that could be... It's actually hard to say then, because yeah, that I didn't realize that it actually shot the ice fragments out in random directions. So I need to watch for the one that's going in one particular, like, specific direction. Like, going forward. I want to test it out on other things, but I can't find other, like, destructible things. It's pretty cool. And if nothing else, even if it's not being applied, I think it is, but even if it's not being applied, I think the chill application is still jumping in. I think that is still... in fact, is there a way I can see? Because on the left it does say damage and duration. Apply 20 static. See, it doesn't say the chill on the left-hand side. I think we should be okay, though. I think we should be okay. I think I'm still curious. Let's see, we have 3 eyeball fellows, which means we can now afford our first new spell. So I will be going towards that, but I also want to get these lotus fellows because that's how we do the meta progression. Unlocking spells is part of the meta progression too, but so too is the actual like upgrades themselves.
They charged at me, armed and screaming.
There we go.
As if I were their enemy.
Yes, that ice one is pretty nifty. It's not doing a ton of damage to like the dude it's hitting, but presumably if there's other dudes around, it can fuck him up really nice. So good for crowd control. Like that. I think it froze him for a moment. Get his ass. Then I get these things. Rich in wisdom. Gets us 30 little wisdom nuggets. I love it. Some Helldivers is always good. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've done some Helldivers. That'd be a good one to dive back into. That'd be a good old time. Good old time. I think if I should move more things back to this thing, because I really like what we have here. I mean, what I could do... And the triggered on distance would not make as much sense for this guy. And also, it is already maxed out on the balls. No more balls available. Though what I could apply is the heavy burden one, which wouldn't really make as much sense, I don't think. I feel like the heavy burden makes more sense on this one, specifically. As does the Furious Outburst. That one makes all the sense in the world. I would be tempted to maybe apply the Furious Outburst on this fella here, but again, there's just no capacity for it. It costs 3. Yeah, it's like there's just no way. I'm a little bit surprised, though. I see where that 3 is. I'm a little bit surprised. I see there's a 3 and then a 2. Oh, the max... I'm dumb. That one's max capacity at 5. Okay, yeah, I just miscounted. Okay. I'm just a doofus. Yeah, so there's just no room for it, unfortunately. To have this one and also this one. Yeah, that's fine. We're getting there. We're getting there. He says it's a really good one, though. Oh, Trev's not having a good time. Oh, right. Well, yeah, there is a Sony... There is a Sony aspect. I'd kind of forgotten about that, honestly. But I mean, I do enjoy it. I will confess. My price is my price of it the price of admission is that I'm still willing to play some Helldivers. Yeah, no, I understand, Trev. I don't blame anybody for feeling maybe not too pleased about Sony's involvements with the gaming industry as of late. So I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Temple was close.
Because that shit has been frustrating, to put it nicely. To put it simply. Plum, 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 plum.
I was sure it'd be a moment I'd remember. And I was right. But not for the reasons I thought.
The ice thing is neat. The problem is, like I said, it's not really affecting the dudes we're casting it at. And usually if we're casting the spell, we're usually casting it at a single target. And maybe that's me. That's like me saying, like, oh, I need to, like, cast this at more than one dude. And I won't deny, it's actually being pretty effective. Maybe more so than this one is. That did kind of clean up pretty well. See it as an opportunity, perhaps. Pretty neat. And Meerkat is correct. Yeah, it is a manual thing you have to go in and disable. Right, Meerkat's exactly correct. Yeah, I'm with you, Trev. I'm 100% with you. The right way to go about it, honestly. Will says we could dive in as well. That's right. Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. We have a number of homies that have played or continue to play Helldivers quite a bit. So yeah, it'd be good to get like some squads going for sure. Exactly, Trev. Yeah, exactly. The fact, and I think that was the thing too. If a streamer has it enabled, it's automatically enabled for everybody else that's in the chat by default. So like the streamer settings override the individual settings, which is bizarre. Which is very bizarre. Ooh, that sounds nice, Alias. That sounds much nicer. Is it like a big, like, juicy fan? Like a big, like, tasty fella? Because, like, just a little bit of airflow can go a long way, but I know there's some, like, really nice ones out there. Yeah. No, I don't blame you, Trev. I don't blame you. It is a good game. No, I feel, I mean, it's, if anything else, like I said, your convictions are very, very worthwhile. And, I mean, everyone's threshold is different, but I get it. I get it. I mean... It's less of a sting for me because I don't really engage a whole lot with Sony things. I don't really play a lot of... I mean, I have a PS3, but I haven't like bought any PlayStation or Sony things in a while. But like Trev pointed out, there's like Sony still has its tendrils and other things, including games that they've helped publish, such as Helldivers. So it's hard to fully escape it as much as I like to think that it is. Yeah, I didn't realize that you were in that bad a shape. Now that you have it, though, it's so much nicer. So much nicer. He said it was really rough. Yeah, I'm glad it's so much nicer. Get a big old box fan. Yeah, that's what he got. Good. Get a nice little furnace filter. The tall boy that rotates. Very nice, very nice. This one looks pretty tasty looking. Spawns in a branching pattern. Pretty cool. Show of courage. It's slower and overall, once again, does a little bit less damage, but spawns more dudes and adds some burnification, which I like. Trail of fire the last. Yeah, so I'm going to try this one, obviously. The only one that it can apply towards is this one, but that actually kind of makes sense. What I think I might do is have that one go foist. Like that. That way the idea is, yeah, like the spell at first trigger above. So that's a modifier. That's a spell. So yeah, I don't know if I would want those spawns to apply towards the individual fireballs. I mean, we could, I suppose, but I'm more curious about having that applied towards the big fella. That's much nicer. I love that a bunch. And I kind of like that it's slower in some ways. And of course, if you spam it, if you wanted to, then yeah, you can just have it be like close quarters, which is kind of cool for us, like a shotgun. So that's kind of neat. And you still get the random fireballs. And to be honest, the random fireballs are neat. It's not like amazing, but it's cool. If I swap them, this means just way more fireballs. But again, the fireballs themselves, not that impressive. I mean, the distance traveled is nice. That much I do like. But generally, if we're using this spell... Well, actually, I was about to say if we're using that spell, we're going for something further away. But not always, not always. I guess it depends. This other one is more of a close quarter spell. I don't know, man. I just really like that kind of like the triple threat of the three of them being thrown out. And it's still a reasonable range. I think it's worth it. I think we'll roll with it. All right, so we know that's a relic. What are these things? Oh, okay, that's the orbs, which are only used for the shops during a run. I'm more curious about the meta progression. I'm more curious about the stuff that we take with us. Now, the relics are also only for this run, so I guess either choice is kind of not leaning very heavily into meta progression necessarily. Oh shit, that's a trap. Oh fuck. I was wondering what those things were, and I never had the wherewithal to ask or like investigate. Now, does it hurt other guys too, or is it just me? Ooh. Get fucking blasted, idiot. Yeah, I feel really good about our build. I feel like we got something pretty nice right about now. Pretty good. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Little mosquito fella. Yeah, I love that we can, like, shotgun things really well. And that's a nice thing, too. Even if it's not a great range, it does boomerang back towards me. So if there's something that's, like, kind of in my vicinity, they might still get got by it. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. And then the things go away. Yeah, now they go away. Cool. This is a relic. Well, you know, it actually works out because the other path I was considering gave us more soul beads. As a one-time drop, which is all well and good. There's some soul beads right there. But again, that's the currency you can only use during a run. So, you know, gold that you can spend at a shop, that kind of thing. In fact, the relic we just happened to gain is a generator of more of those very same soul beads, and we kind of got what we wanted, and then some. That's more soul beads, but I don't know what this icon's for. Let's find out. Maybe a shop? Only one way to find out.
I didn't know where the rift...
Thank you once again, by the way, to Neem for that very generous raid. And also shout out to the homie Gallaneth, who also raided us earlier. So many raids tonight, all from some really cool homies and some cool individuals. Gallaneth and Neem, the offers still remain. If either of you have any clips you want to share with us, or if any of your viewers, if your lovely viewers have any clips they would like to share. Any funny and or cringeworthy moments of your favorite streamer you'd like to share with us. Then I'm always down to see what the homies are up to. Oops. Seems like a lot of times you can stun lock them, but not always. Sometimes they do push through. And that is a very tasty combo, and I'm kind of vibing with it. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Yeah, that chain lightning, or not chain lightning, but that kind of lightning pulse is very effective. Those guys can sometimes push through and still get a projectile out, unfortunately. What's this thing? Ball. Oh, another relic. Okay. Each spell can hold more focus points. Well, now that is interesting. Because didn't I say earlier, well, you know, I could maybe switch this out for this other thing, but it's not as exciting. But now I'm kind of curious. Because, it was this one. It was this one here. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, I just want to store it. Hold on. What was the one I was looking at? in random directions. Yeah, I would keep that one where it's at. I think the idea was I'm spamming a bunch of ice fragments. I could also be spamming a bunch of fire fellas. Yeah, so it's extra spammy. And then the ice thingy up here, I mean, yeah, it's also helpful. It's also nice. Yeah, it's neat. It's neat. It's not amazing, but it's all right. But more importantly, of course, that's only on hit is what I'd have to experiment on. So if there's like a hittable thing, because the idea is, yeah, it's like I need like a target. I don't actually have a target right now. But if the idea is that when we use that lightning spell, we're spamming out all these ice fragments and also fireballs in random directions. Because it goes on distance, and those things are moving quite a lot in distance. I think it actually could get quite neat. But I need like a nice little way to experiment. I mean, I guess this is one way to experiment. A mini boss, or maybe even a maxi boss.
Here, I understood the
no, it's a mini boss.
Cries held more than anger. They held despair too.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh! He's got like an AOE field. Oh Jesus! Jesus! All sorts of projectile nonsense. Now I wonder if are they just gonna spawn more dudes? They're gonna spawn more dudes. That's so not nice. That's so not cool, bro. Oh jeez! Oh jeez! Oop. Yeah, I do see lots of fireball spamifications. That does make me happy. This fucking guy, though. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. And I don't like that they're spawning new dudes. That's so not nice. Hup. Hup. Oh my god. I overjuiced it. We're still able to kill these guys pretty quickly. Be enough to kill? Just about. Oh, just about. There it is. There he is. Took a way more damage than I wanted to. All for a rare thingy. Adds to burn, more duration. There's that heavy burden again, but heavier burden, I think. Full chance when they're affected by static, which doesn't happen very often. So better burdenification or better damage and better size. I mean, that one is pretty neat. That one is a pretty neat modifier. We could apply this again. Just make it even bigger and stupider. And that would be a valid option. When we applied the size increase to the lightning fella, I didn't really see a discernible difference, honestly. I think there is a difference, but it wasn't as pronounced, whereas I think this is pretty pronounced. That is pretty cool. And the fact that it does more damage doesn't hurt. And there's 3 of them. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neato. Out of curiosity, I'm willing to try it, though. So maybe something like this. See, I wouldn't really care about the... I mean, the firewalking is nice, but... yeah, it's maybe a little bit wider. I don't know. I feel like I don't really notice much of a difference. I think it charges... yeah, it's like you can use it longer. You can use it for a longer time, because it says the duration 2.2 seconds. So I think that makes it... like you're able to use it for a longer period before it zaps out. So that is neat. But I don't know, man. I think making that one big and stupid is much more interesting. And I think that is exactly what we'll do. And we've already made this one pretty silly with all the extra projectiles where we've kind of latched onto this thing. Feels good. Feels good to me, man. On to the map. Sounds good, Trev. Thanks for popping in, man. Always a pleasure, my dude. Enjoyed the din-dins and some sleepy sleeps. It all sounds good. Also, only one path left to go. We're traveling. Boop. Therakan was the name we heard earlier. Maybe that's our next boss destination. Is able to break that thing down. Now, actually, we do get some crash test dummies to test our stuff in, which is kind of neat. Pum, 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 pum. Oh, like damage. Oh my god, so tasty. That's good tasty damage too. Like it. I was actually hoping for a heal. Wishful thinking. We've seen the back and forth one once before. Triggered on kill, that is nice. Long winter, better freeze duration. Increases aura damage. Aura damage. I'm not sure if I know what aura means in that context. Oh, it's a relic. Okay, not a thing. Right, I see, I see. Whereas these are spells. Aura damage. I'm guessing that's like certain spells have that as a thing built in, I'm guessing. So I don't think that would really apply here. That one would be neat. And it's a trigger. Now usually the triggers have a cost, and there is room on this one. How much do I have? I have 91, so I can afford any one of these things and nothing more. Yeah, the freeze one, I mean, we have ice things, but we're not really freezing very often. Aura damage. I don't think that would apply. Don't think that would apply. I'll go and grab this guy. And yeah, it has like 2 costs. We can only really apply it to this one, but it's still nice. But the thing is, triggered on kill. Does this thing have to be what kills? I wonder. Spell or first trigger above. Okay, that's a modifier. Okay. Never mind. Even though it has a cost, that's a modifier, not a trigger. The triangles are the triggers, not necessarily the cost associated. Okay. So that would still go to that. So whenever we kill with this thing, it'll give us a little shield fell that pops up, which could be a deal maker. A deal insurer.
I was finally there.
As we go along here.
Therakon's temple.
I was hoping kills would include breaking destructible objects, but no, it has to kill a bad guy. Fair, I suppose. Boss battle?
Wasn't enough.
This feels like boss battle.
Stairs too.
Oh yeah, boss battle for sure. Don't have a lot of health.
Guardian Therakon.
No guarantees. We'll try it.
Meet you. I've been sent to ask for your help. Do you know what happened with the rift in the sky?
Yes, I know. A miracle happened. The end of suffering.
He seems like he's of sound mind.
Have you been through the forest lately, Guardian? I'm pretty sure miracles don't wander around trying to stab you with spears.
Breathe, Watcher. Can you feel it in your lungs? The shame, the anger.
It's like this little incense burner.
Away. And from the ashes we shall all be reborn.
All right. Who could have foreseen that this would indeed be a boss battle? Get that guy killed. I was hoping I'd kill him with the little... Oh, I think I did kill him with the rocks thing. That's neat. All right, I see lots of area of effect nonsense happening, which I'm not a big fan of. Oh, shit. That's kind of his whole thing. Plop, plop, plop. Get his ass. There we go. I don't have a good range on you specifically. There we go. The old zappy zaps. Now I can't see myself, which makes me nervous. Making more friends, making more dudes, more babies. How are little goat fella babby born? Oh god. Oh that was instantly 10 damage. That makes me sad. More dudes. Yep. Whoop. I was hoping it'd be one of those where it's like it like taps you, like 1 damage a second or something like that. But nope, that was just instant 10 damage. Oh. These are projectiles I can disperse even. We've done decent damage ourselves against the dudes so far. I think. Done worse. Oh my god. There we go. I can fuck him up. So I'm gonna. Uh-oh. Keep your distance. Zap him. Keep your distance and keep zapping. I want to get closer, but I'm a little bit nervous. There's a lot of things to be nervous about right now. A lot of bullshittery. Oh god. Oh my god. It's like there's not only so many areas to stand on, man. My dude. My goat demon fella in Christ. Oh god. Good god, y'all. Get his ass out. Give me those little rock thingamajiggies. Oh, I overjuiced it. That's fine. Still good damage. Did I get him? I got him. Nice. Not bad. Do we get a heal, please? A heal would be real nice.
I'm sorry, Watcher. I didn't mean to. I was trapped.
Good damage. Good dammy dams.
Far away.
I think a shadow caught up with you. From your past.
The past. Yes, it was all there. Memories tearing through me like a storm. The rift is taking them.
But memories hold the world together. If the rift takes them,
the cycle will collapse, and Mystralia with it.
What can we do?
We must protect what the rift has not yet taken. We Guardians hold traces of the world's memories within our echoes. Gather them, Watcher, before the rift takes everything.
Do we get his ass first try? We did. It was a little bit perilous. He hit us once with one of those little AoE things, and I was like, oh, that'll just do a little damage. It was instantly 10 damage, and I was like, oh god. I was thinking it was going to be like a little bit of damage per tick, but nope, it was a single blob of a lot of damage. But we got there all right. We're a little bit low on the juice, but we're doing okay. Echo of the Forest. Cool. I'm not sure what that will entail necessarily, but we got to win against a big boss battle fella, and that makes me feel good. And now, ooh, do I get a heal? Because I'm a little bit vulnerable right now. Heal. Yes, I would like that. Thank you. Not too much heal. Yeah, don't give me too much health. Don't be too nice to me. What's this one? Unlocked a new temporary memory socket. Okay. Socket to me. Add it to the canvas to further expand, but it's only for this run. Right, makes sense. Make sure your temporary memory sockets are connecting before leaving. I would like to apply towards this guy, because I'm enjoying the lightning one. I mean, this one's getting pretty full, obviously. And maybe I should apply towards this one. The thing is, I mean, they're both tapped out as far as, like, the little, like, things that have, like, a cost associated to them. So, the only things we could apply would be things that are, that have no cost associated. So, actually, to that end, maybe I would be better off giving it something like this. On this one, specifically. We'll go right down the middle. Do I hold it? How do I apply? Is that it? Do I, like, click and hold? Pick up. Oh, okay, there we go. We'll say that one. And I guess I just get the one. I'll put it at the end there. Did that work? Yes. And I could move it around if I wanted to. Oh, do I have to, like, rotate it or something? Because I see it only points up. Oh, I guess this thing it only points upwards. Interesting. Can I, like... Can I rotate in some way? If I wanted to? It's an odd limitation. Alright. It's fine. It does work. Just a little bit unusual. Anything else? I was hoping for a little bit more of a heal, but beggars can't be choosers. On we go. On we go. Hey, what's up, Shock Value? Oh, yeah, the item multi-streamer. Yes, I'm very familiar. I don't use their multi-stream utility, but I do use their TikTok, like, separate instance multi-stream utility. So yeah, so I do have that one. Get that gigabyte fiber. There we go. He says, I am invincible. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I use something similar for my multi-stream to YouTube and Facebook, but the one I use for TikTok is the ITM utility set, and it works really well. They make some good software. I'm a big fan. Health upgrade or a memory. I mean, we're pretty much good on memories for now. I mean, I'll take more for sure, but the health upgrade is something I'm all about. If health upgrade also means health restoration, I will take it, because I'm getting slapped around a bunch. Getting slapified. What this?
I had
Observe.
mountains to climb, and their echo to carry back down.
New biome. Oh shit, we got them mountains. Alright. The cactuses. I'm gonna guess that those are... It's like if I touch them, they won't damage me. Relic or more the little giblets. Well, if I go for the relic, it'll be a slightly scarier fight. I'll do it. Fucking do it. I'll heckin' do it. It's not going to be a boss battle, but it will be an... Oh, shit. It kind of is a boss battle.
Left to die.
Boop.
They were meant to be reanimated.
Like, kind of, sort of a boss battle, but not fully. I can hide here. Oh, fuck! Did not expect that. Do little charge attacks. That's so cool. I think that's so neat. Boop. There we go. Get his ass. I was hoping me killing your broskies would make you deadsies, and it did not. They're very much not dead. And I'd wish that they would be. I guess they didn't ask my permission. There we go. Fucking, what was it? Dylan's rolling adventure, whatever it is. These guys remind me of. Hup, hup, hup. Okay, we're good. I think one more hit. Oh shit. Spawning more dudes. Oh, he's out. Okay, he's good. I got just a billion of these fuckers to heck with. Fuckers to heck with and heckers to fuck with. There's one guy left. There's one dude. He's dead. There it is. There it is. Not too bad. Well, that relic better be worth it. Bloody arrow. Okay. The distance you travel to increase the damage of the next spell. Okay. I mean, it's only gonna help. Hold on. Is the idea that like it deals more damage if I walk a greater distance in between spell castings? Is that the idea? You travel, which increase the damage of the next spell cast. Yeah, the next spell casting. Okay. So I feel like I'm spamming quite a lot, so I'm not sure how effective that's really going to be, but sure. This one. I know the other one was a spell. I think this one's just a modifier.
The mountains awaited me. I knew it.
Some big guys.
They'd promised a journey in the
I don't exactly know what they do, and I'm too scared to find out. They throw projectiles. Oh, they got little boomerangs too. That's so cute. Oh, we're all boomerang bros. Be careful, because that will reach me if I let it. So just don't let it reach you, Alex. It's that simple. Are you spawning more dudes? Oh, shit. I think they're spawning dudes because we're killing the other fellers. Oh. Shotgun idiot. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about... Oh, fuck. About more dudes popping in. Is there like a big guy I need to kill? Oh, that reached me? Okay. Alright, I see how it is. Okay, there's no, like, big guys. Oh! There it is. Yeah, I thought there was, like, a big guy spawning him. Just losing a little bit of health, little by little. But we are getting there. I am invincible. Yeah, I think the same thing. More size. Or even... Oh, you can level up the heavy burden. Or just straight up throw the boulder, except we really don't have room for this one. I don't have room for that one. I'm curious about the can level up. Yeah, if you have an identical one, you can get it the juiced version. I would say... We'll level this one up. Bloop. Oh. So then, can I do this? 25, 25. So it's actually overall less good. It's better to have them split up in this case. But that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That's neat. Another heal would be neat. A heal would be appreciated, but I don't know if that's in the cards for us necessarily. But a hobbit can dream. Some thumbnails sounds good, Alex. Thanks for popping in, buddy. And I will indeed be looking forward to some form of gaming tomorrow. I think I should be able to swing something for Elden Ring tomorrow. That does sound good.
You'd better turn back, mage. Unless you'd rather roll down the mountain head first.
What if I'm not a mage, but a watcher of the cycle? Is the threat still on?
See, like giving his broski a massage. That's cute. That's nice.
Watcher? A real one? Like from the sky where the elders go to rest?
Now, is it a... I think it's a Genesis song, Watchers of the Sky. I know Steve Hackett has done a version of it, but I think it was originally a Genesis song.
Still an apprentice, but yeah.
Watchers of the Sky.
We watch over the...
Or Watcher of the Skies.
Holy stone.
Excuse me while I kiss that guy.
The brothers carved me not too long ago. They'll want to meet you for sure. Oh, and please don't tell them I was rude to a watcher, okay? They'd grind me into gravel.
I'm sad. Are these
made me put my
mummifications of Rockfellas?
coming here. That's one of them.
You all seem very busy here. What kind of work is it?
A work much like yours. Preservation, protection. You defend the memory of the world. We defend the legacy of our ancestors.
Now, this guy's delivery in particular sounds a little bit more of like a gravelly Xavier Renegade Angel. That delivery in particular, you defend the memory of the world, we defend the legacy of our ancestors. That delivery was just a little bit Xavier-esque.
That's because I know the past well. I chose the name Amek Ray so I would never forget where I come from.
You kind of hear it? Just it's not the things he says. The things he says are normal. The things that Xavier Renegade Angel says are incomprehensible nonsense. But it's the delivery, it's the cadence.
Then I suppose you won't mind if
the cadence.
Memories.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I love Genesis, and I fault nobody for not being into it. I fault no one for being like, Genesis is weird.
Mind hollowed. But perhaps you can help us mend it.
But I love it. I love it. But that's the thing, I'm into the proggy shit. I love bands like Yes and King Crimson and like with weird, discordant nonsense. I love that shit because I'm a fucking weirdo. All about it, man. All about it. So health increase go up. I definitely want the health here. Please. I can afford... oh, you know what? That actually is helpful. Yes, I'll spend that as well because that is meta progression. Meta progression juice. I'll take that. But that thing, though, I'm also an enjoyer of Peter Gabriel's solo stuff and Phil Collins' solo stuff. I like the poppy stuff and the weird artsy-fartsy bullshit. I love all of it. I'm down for all of it and then some. Some of it is a choice. It is one of the choice of all time. Now, I fault nobody for listening to progressive rock and going like, what the fuck? It's not for everyone, but I'm all about it. And max health. And it just increased the max. It healed a little bit, but it didn't heal the full. It's not like an Ocarina of Time or a Zelda game, rather. You get a heart container, it increases your health and heals you to full. No. Come on. What do you think this is? But we do have more health than we entered with by leaps and bounds, actually.
There were no shortcuts on the path.
Which is a nice way of saying there's actually no other paths to go on, so we're just going this one. Yeah, eventually we have other options, but right now it's just the Echo Fragments. Now, what are the Echo Fragments? I'm actually not exactly sure. We've seen them before and I've passed them up. Another shop? No. Just an ice realm. So that was a very quick mountainous realm. That was a very brief one. Thump, 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 thump. I like all of them. Love me some Peter Gabes. Yeah, Peter Gabriel solo stuff is very good. And sometimes it's weird, artsy fartsy proggy. Other times it's a little bit more poppy. A little bit more kind of like power pop in that sense. But I love all of it, man. There you go. Make it count as a long rest. Exactly. I love me a good long rest. That's right. Big discs, and I cannot lie. I'm with you, Aleph. I'm with you.
The shadows
Big fan of these things. So these guys also have a little tumbling ability. So even though this is like a kind of a different biome, same enemies as the last one, that last mountain one. Although it seems like these sword fellows we also saw in the first biome. So I guess the enemies aren't necessarily biome locked necessarily. Oh fuck. Did freeze him. I was saying earlier how I'm oh shit, not really, oh fuck, but I'm not really into freezing necessarily, but it does happen incidentally sometimes. Blue. I'll take those things. More juice for the meta progression. Love it. Very good, very good. Biko or Biko? You know, I don't know if I know that one actually. What album's that one on? I have a couple PD Games albums, but there's many I do not own. Peter Gabriel and Phil Collins. I like them both. I really can't pick one or the other. I'm an enjoyer of all of them. All and everything included. Everything above. Trail of Fire. Epic Trigger. Electric Projectile. That is pretty tempting. Big damage, but lower speed. That is big damage. But that one's epic. This one's epic, bro. It's also expensive. We would have to switch out a pretty big one. We'd have to switch out... Well, if I were to put it on this one, I'd have to take both of these out, basically. I'm sorry, I'd have to take 2 of any of these out. The Show of Courage I like. I don't need it, but I do like it. Personal I could do without. Solid Defense I could also probably do without. So those are both just alright. These I really like. Well, the Fireballs and Random Directions, I don't know if I love that one. I would say I'm... Yeah, the Thorns I definitely want, but this one, I'm kind of so-so on. It's epic though, bro. It is epic. It is epic, yeah. Electric Projectile. Static. Targets 2 foes that are affected by static. Okay, yeah. Electric Projectile. On hit. It's the on hit, and that's the thing too. If it's on hit, I'm probably going to apply it towards the electric spell. It's a shame because I really like Heavy Hitter. I think I'm okay with accepting the fact that it would mean, yeah, less speed and more damage. And of course I would apply it to this one. I would have to drop one of these. That'd probably drop Solid Defense. And I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. Because we've already made these things huge and damagey anyway. So it's tempting. But I think this one would make the lightning one even more gooder. So I think we're going to switch that out for the Fireball fellas. The fact that it's triggered on distance is where I'm just kind of eh. So I think I'll store that. And in fact, what I might even do is just apply that here. Unburn. I think I'd probably put that on that guy anyway. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And once again, it's on hit, so I have to like find a thing to hit for it to do something. To see what it looks like. So right now, I don't really have a way of testing it. There was a barrel that was undestroyed. That's a problem. We throw so many projectiles around, everything kind of gets broke. Broke as a joke. Oh, there we go. You can actually use it on this guy. It's kind of cool. I think that's cool. I think that can work. How am I liking the damage system? I would say I'm liking it a lot. I'm liking it a lot. I mean, the game is tough. I can kind of sort of see why some people were being like, oh man, the game's too hard, but I don't know. To be honest, this is just kind of like traditional roguelike. Well, not traditional, but this is like standard roguelike, roguelite difficulty, I would say. So, yeah, to the naysayers in the Steam reviews being like, oh, this game's too hard, it's poorly balanced. I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like we've kind of been off to the races both times we've started a new run without too much trouble. I think there's other valid critiques to be made, but I'm not really having too much issue, so... Am I saying to the negative Steam reviewers that the game's too hard? Am I telling them get good? Not explicitly, but maybe a little bit implicitly. Maybe just a little bit. But no, I'm liking it overall, and if anything, I would say there have been a couple instances where we see maybe the same effect a couple of times in these shops. So you see a lot of the same common effects a lot of times. So I'm sure that as the development for this game goes along, they'll add more spell effects, more modifiers, and there'll be more variety, obviously. We got Aaron in the house. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you, buddy. It says, give me that black bomber. I got you, my dude. I got you. It's good to see you, bud. We're talking about Peter Gabriel, by the way, Mr. Aaron. Talking about Peter Gabriel and Genesis and Folk Collins. And I like all those things. I like all those things and all those names. Do I feel like I'm kind of figuring out the game's language? We're getting there. One critique I do have is I wish in times like this, I'm looking over here. Okay, if I go that way, I can pursue a blue thing. If I go here, I can pursue a green thing. I don't know if I remember which is which. I think the green thing is spells. Like spell triggers and modifiers, I think. Definitely not relics, I think. But what's the blue thing? I can't remember. Yeah, does that mean it's an ice or water spell specifically or modifier? Or, I don't know. So I wish in times like this, I mean, yes, I understand when a game like this, it's like, yes, being mysterious, learning the language, learning what the symbols mean is part of learning. But also, I don't know, man, just fucking tell me what these things mean. Or like bring up a map or something or an index. It's a little bit annoying kind of guessing a lot of the times. And as you play the game, you'll eventually learn them overall. You'll learn them intrinsically, but I don't know if there's much to be gained by keeping that from the player. Oh shit, oh fuck.
My journey through the forest felt like a pleasant walk.
By keeping that from the player. I was not paying attention. That guy just kind of came out of nowhere and shat my ass. Just lined up the buttholes and pooped right inside of it. There we go. Good damage, good damage. Fuck. He does the suck. He got himself sucked. Don't you feel silly. Don't you feel silly falling to a self-suck like that. Alright, so it's all ice and water themed things. Yeah. Said it was easy earlier. No, I didn't say the game was easy. I said I would play perfectly. I said I would play perfectly. Implying that it's not that the game is difficult. It's that I'm so cool and so talented and also so modest and so humble. It's that easy. Cast the spawns consecutively. It's another expensive one. There's the Cruel Thorns once again. I'm tempted to level up the one we have, actually. But that one's epic. Just cast the spawns consecutively. Gives you one extra one. Halves the damage, but you get another dose of it. I don't know. We already have like the triple cast of the what's it called? Of the little like throne disc fella. That would give us a longer lightning cast, I think. I almost wish there was a way to like experiment with this before I commit to it. And once again, I'd have to remove something. I like the Sparks one a lot. And the Ice one is good too. It's been helpful. So I like both of these. Could I see myself removing, say... I could, you know what? I could see myself removing this guy and this guy. To make room for that one. I would say that's possible. That's possible. So I would maybe apply it to this fella. I would be sad about the damage gets halved, but it presumably means that instead of just throwing 3 fellas, if I arrange this correctly, we could be throwing 6 fellas. So that could be kind of sick. Or do I level up the ice guy on the lightning one? You know what? This one could be real weird. I think I want to try this one. So let's store that for a moment. It's kind of a shame because I do like this one. It's not that I dislike it, but it's hard to get excited about it. Same with this one. It's all right. So I would say something like that. Oh no, I was wrong. I had it right the first time. Yeah. Spawn count +2 and then an additional +1. I think that should work. Because if I applied it to this guy, it would just be an extra long lightning fellow, which is nice. But it's a little bit hard to get excited about that one. Whereas this one, oh, I was wrong. It's 4, which is cool. It's hoping for a way to like. Okay, I think I understand. Yeah, it's not a yeah. It's just a +1. It's not doubling. Yeah, I kind of when it said extra kick, I thought maybe it would like do this thing twice, but it's a modifier, not a trigger. And this is a modifier, not a trigger. If this was a trigger, then I think it would work. Right, so it's actually not as amazing as I was hoping it would be. It's still nice. And also, I don't really think it matters which one we do. Oh. Okay, that's actually kind of sick. That'd be really good about, like... Yeah, it's 4 of them. So that's the question. Do I want to do 4 in quick succession or a 4 spread like a shotgun? That one's great about targeting a single dude and fucking him up. So is this spell. This spell is also good for targeting a single dude and fucking him up. I kind of want to experiment with this because that's actually kind of sick. I kind of really like that. But again, it depends. It depends on the situation. I almost wish there was a way to like switch off on the fly easily without having to go into the pause menu and switching him up. That is kind of cool. Is there anything else I want to switch out or experiment with? I don't think so. Yeah, I kind of like the inline one. I mean, the 4-way one is cool. The 4-way one is cool. Mobs are scary, but this spell helps with that too. Let's experiment. Let's try it out. See how it goes. Maybe it's not as scary as I might think it is.
Had more work than the rebuilder.
Oh. I thought these were like bad guys, but they're just chilling
So
for
what
now.
happened to you, Fulgor? Lost a hand? Blown off a foot? Tell me what you need.
Another event, I think. Another random event.
I'm fine. Thanks. Still got all my parts. You, though, you don't sound like you're all there.
I know, we were talking about it earlier, and it keeps coming up where it's like, this voice acting is a little bit uninspired. I know, it sounds mean, and I don't want to like shit on, you know, the folks that worked on this game, and I'm just, again, I'm grateful that it's humans that did it instead of AI bullshit. Like, thank fucking God. But there are so many times where I'm like, can we get another take from that one? Like, just a little bit more, like, just a little bit more spirit. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just yeah, I'm with you. Just a little bit more. Just give me another one.
24 hands blown to pieces. We just can't keep up anymore.
I'm with you.
I don't know what memory you're trapped in. It sounds exhausting.
Simple enough. The Fulgor's work too much.
Like, these guys sound okay.
Apparently, the mages have a plan to bring in more miners. Can't wait to see that. The extra help will be nice to see.
Like, it's fine.
Anyway, enough chit-chat. Got a line waiting to be patched up. Remind me what you needed again.
But I really like that line where the wolf guy he was like, anyway, I gotta get back to my work. I've got to... We were all like, did his microphone cut out? Like, what happened? What happened to the guy? So gain resistance, but you can hold less stuff. You get more dashes, but you have less movement speed. Increase crit chance and crit damage, but cast speed goes way down. Increase the amount of objects containing soul beads, or reduce maximum health. I don't like any of these. Ugh. These are all pretty rough. More dash is kind of tempting, but I think we're good. These random events don't oftentimes yield anything that seems worth to me. I'll stay the course. Don't want the relics? Maybe. Perfect, no notes. Yep. Flip and ship it. We're good. Thump, 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 thump. I kind of like too that it's like better, a little bit better range, and it's kind of like a fire and forget. It's big damage too. Yeah, I think I've made my choices here. Made my selections. Spawner guy has been despawned. Yeah, it's like very, very tasty. Blast, blast, blast. Yeah, I like that it's got a little bit better range than the other stuff we were tossing earlier. I mean, the shotgun blast is cool. There's no denying it, but I'm really glad we tried this because I like it a bunch. And it's kind of, too, you can kind of synergize the two of them together. You can throw the little discs things and then use lightning while it's, like, ticking along the guy, so... The fact that there's no overall, like, mana, you know, like how it is in Noita, where you can have all the recharge and all the reload speed in the world, but you do have mana as a pretty hard limitation, so you can't just, like, spam a billion things with 0 cooldowns and be off to the races. At least in this game, with no mana restriction at all, no, like, global cooldown to abide by, you can just have 2 independent cooldowns, right? Maybe even more than 2, but 2 independent cooldowns that can kind of play off each other pretty well. Do more damage in your low health. Very good. Like I said, that one's never going to come into play, obviously. That one's never going to come into play because I'm just going to never be at low health, obviously, so we got nothing to worry about there. No problems there, and also no derangement here. No derangement. That's right. I'm liking this so far. I'm liking how these things are chaining together. Kind of like chain lightning? Kind of. We do have a chain lightning effect that it works sometimes. Giant spodlers. Oh, jeez. Jesus. That was unexpected. Oh, it's the little fellas. That's him landing. That's what that is. I thought that was their little projectiles. Ouch. Ouch. There we go. Whoop. Hit his ass. Whoop. A lot of little fellas. Their little projectile nonsense being a bunch of not nice fellers. Ah! Oh, God. Now, that's one thing, is that I keep seeing the projectiles coming back to me, the little disc things, and I keep panicking, thinking it's something that the bad guys are hitting me with. Oh, my God. Speaking of panicking. Oop. This is a scary mini-boss. Not even a maxi-boss, but a mini-boss. Oop. Oh, there's just so much bullshit, goddamn. And we've only just started actually, like, damaging a proper. That guy's a scary boy. Good lord. So many projectiles. So that's actually where the rock barrier thing would have come in handy there, because the rock barrier thing actually helps to block projectiles. That was a tough and scary mini-boss. I'm not terribly surprised we found something that walled us pretty hard, but we made it pretty far and got some lots of fun toys along the way.
I can't believe my 6 eyes. Guardian Theracon gave you his echo.
That's right, we fought and defeated a new boss.
Trust me, I had to work for it.
So now you can see all the forest memories? You remember the first tree?
Isn't that an Anya album? Memory of Trees?
I do. It was Theracon himself. I remember when he had only 3 leaves and nothing but dry earth around him.
And the first bird?
The egg came first, actually.
Hi-yo!
Incredible.
Yeah. Surprising, too.
Is that disappointment in your voice, human friend?
I just thought I'd find something in that echo. Something of me. But I didn't.
Yeah, it's a shame we had a really good build going, but that's okay. Means good to try something new. Consult your duties. Haha, he said duty. So this means little thingies that I get. So, okay, so the broken heart thing is I guess a meta progression thing, right? These are things we've done. They'll burn damage in a single run. 6 focus points, right? Next, there is going to be one for one-shotting 10 foes in a single run, which we've apparently never done. 3 balance is what we're looking for. Static chain for 4 bad guys. 8 focus points is the next big goal. That's the little broken heart thing. I guess we've never actually gained those, because, again, I have no idea what they are, so it just kind of never came up. I just assume broken heart means bad, but that would make sense. Why would they be giving us a bad, negative meta progression, fella?
My disciple, your heart, is it? Are you carrying?
Never thought I'd see you run out of words, Master.
The forest's echo. Therakon's memory.
That's right, motherfucker!
The Guardian himself, so we can keep his memories safe from the rift.
That may be exactly what we need.
Try to do unprecedented stuff. That's what I try to do, because I definitely have, like, a style of things I tend to focus on in games like this, so I try to, like, force myself to not pick the same thing every time. It's so easy to just become a creature of habit in these kinds of games.
The cycle is unraveling. There are too many shadows.
I definitely have ambitions to try different things. You keep losing, Alex. It was my second ever run. What I'm grateful for is that after 2 runs, we've gotten further each time versus, oh, I die to the same guy each time. It's kind of nice that we, like, with each subsequent run, we go a little bit further and do quite a bunch of different things, which is neat.
They still carry light, hope.
It's always a bummer when you're playing a game like this and you're like, fuck, man, I keep getting walled by this one fucking dude, or this one area.
To save the memories.
Can I go place it now? I'm carrying millennia of memories in my heart. It's heavy.
I'm guessing that's what this thing is. Off of the world echoes. The echo of the first tree. 1 of 3. There's 3 teacups. So I have placed 1 of the 3 teacups, and now I feel so cool.
The timeless one awaits you, my dear.
He's just some dude, yep. Just chilling. Green. I'll talk to this one here. How do I talk to green? Exclamation point. I do see, of course, the meta progression fella down there. Open the altar. Hold to obtain. Okay. Content the Ash Forest, the Ass Forest, Memory Forge, Sealed Gates. So I spend 10. Yes, to gain these.
To the cycle.
So I guess that means it adds new spells and new memories, basically, to the the pool of things we can find, including these ones here. So that's, we do have one of these little like piercing orb thing. Not sure what that is specifically, but we'll use it to add these to the pool as well. I mean, I might horribly regret that. Maybe that's something like, oh, Alex, you could have spent that elsewhere, but it's like, it's the first opportunity to use it, so I guess I'll go for it. Yeah, so we'll go for it. What's up, Gratafi? We're playing a cool little game. It's a neat little game. This is Echoes of Mystralia. It's pretty neat. It is a roguelike. I know. Hold your applause. Alex playing a roguelike. Wow, I would have never guessed. It's pretty cool, though. It's pretty cool. I'm liking it so far. And in fact, we just... I didn't lose the last run, all right? I didn't die and lose the last run. I... chose to relegate my hit points and unburden myself with a non-zero amount of hit points. It was a choice because I wanted to level things up. And the meta progression say, no, I didn't die, I didn't lose because I'm not a cool gamer. Of course not. I wanted to do the meta progression. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's a story. That's a story. That's right, man. Thank you, Gratz, for that raid. You're a cool dude, and I appreciate you. That's super nice of you, bud. Let's see what he was up to. Doing some more Majora's Mask. I'm also shocked. Me playing a roguelike. Gratafi doing Majora's Mask randomizer. What? In 2026, the year of our Lord? Thank you, man. Thank you for that raid. And Gratafi, you already know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. If there's any clips you want to share with us, any clippies, you know, I'm down for the clippies. Always, always, always. Alex knows how to spin things. That's me. That's me. And Chuckville, you got something I'm not familiar with. He says it is... How do I pronounce that? Is it Pinuche? Pinuche? Pinuke? I'm not sure. Pinocchio? He's eating Pinocchio. Whatever it is, it sounds delightful.
One of them has mine. Amek-Ri and Obek-Ri. I saw their memories in the cycle. It's a beautiful tribute.
Heard it both ways. Pinuche or Pinuke. Yeah. I gotcha. Well, thank you. Thank you for that, Raker Toffee. Like I said, if you got any clips you want to share with us, I'm always down. No pressure. I know it is getting kind of late. For people that abide by normal sleep schedules and are not little shit goblins such as myself, for people that have, you know, normal schedules that they adhere to, I know it is getting out there. But thank you for that raid. Very nice of you, and you're a cool dude. Fudge, but ooh, that does sound amazing. My goodness,
Really?
that sounds fantastic. Shock value.
Voice doesn't sound too sure about that.
Did you bring some for the rest of the class? Shock value. Just hold it up to your screen, and I'll just lick my microphone, or I'll lick my speakers. I'm not sure.
What re means?
No idea.
Reanimated. A response to what the mages did. A way to honor the convictions of our elders.
So this is a roguelike of sorts, and in fact, you might even say, Alex, this seems kind of inspired by the Hades devs. It probably is. I'm sure the devs for this game were probably thinking of Hades, with certain things at least, but it's got a really cool spellcrafting mechanic. The spellcrafting stuff in this game is actually quite cool.
Sure.
I'm really liking it so far. The spellcrafting stuff in this game is very good. It's no Noita, but it is kind of analogous in some ways to Pathogenic. Pathogenic also an extremely good roguelike with a very impressive creating your attacks and like formulating your attacks kind of system. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. And like I said, we're in between runs right now. We're about to jump into a new one. But it's all pretty heckin' sweet. So yeah, I'm liking this game a lot. It just hit early access yesterday. And to be honest, the reviews for this game have been kind of mixed. Because again, it just hit early access yesterday. It's still kind of fresh. The reviews have been kind of mixed. And to be honest, I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, some people were like, oh man, this game's too hard. An understandable critique is that, yes, this game stylistically looks a lot like Hades, but man, the spellcrafting mechanic is pretty unique. I don't know. I really don't think it's, like, too hard, necessarily. It's not easy, but it's like, I don't know, what I would say is, like, roguelike appropriate difficulty. So, I don't know. To me, this is, like, a really good game. I mean, not any game is for everyone, necessarily, but I'm really impressed by this. I think it's very good. And I don't want to be like, those Steam reviews are full of shit, because, again, things are subjective, but still, I'm really enjoying this. I think it's very, very good. Very impressed. More max HP, heal after encounters. I'd like the idea of healing after encounters. That does sound kind of neat. The rerolls sound kind of cool, too. Rage while you are high. Rage while you are high. High health, of course, is what that means. 80% or more. Resistance while you are high health. Yep. I'm seeing a pattern there. Because I got high. Oh, you have, like, different ones. I see. Which is neato. Memory rerolls, more memory rerolls. Yeah, I'm just looking to see like what we want to like go towards. You dash out of an attack. That's kind of cool. Now, can I invest? You can uninvest into things. That's kind of cool. So any choice I make is not permanent necessarily. High and also low. That's kind of cool. Evade the first hit received in each combat. That's kind of cool too. And shield after each encounter. The shield thing actually might be kind of neato. That's kind of neat too. Yeah. I like all these things. I like all. Can I just have all of them, please? Spells have more focus points. Definitely like that one for sure. Duration of status effects. Damage to foes with 2 or more status effects. That's kind of cool. Man, I want all of them. Hard to choose, man. Hard to choose. Could be see it getting better just in general. Yeah, I mean, like with any game that launches into early access, it's never going to be perfect, of course. And yeah, I would say, I would definitely be in agreement that there's a... I mean, one critique I would have is that, like, we've seen this, like, some of the same common spell effects a couple of times, in the first couple runs, like in the shops. You see a lot of the same kinds of stuff over and over again, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's an observation where it's like, yeah, you see the common spell effects a lot. So eventually they'll add more spell effects. Also, like, not a ton of enemy variety in the first couple areas, so they'll eventually add new enemies, new spells, new effects, new relics, blah, 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 blah. So I'm sure there's more coming. The 25 shield one is kind of neat. I'm more interested in, like, give me other shields. Yeah, shields after encounter. That sounds kind of cool. Because that shield will not last, obviously. Heal a little bit after each encounter would be nice, too. I think what I will do is, I'll say, the memory slots is not a huge one necessarily. More health is good. I'll take the more health. And then I think I will... Yeah, this chain I'm not quite as excited about the idea of, like, just more money for the rounds. I mean, it's nice, but it's hard to get excited about it. And you're kind of putting your faith in what things will spawn in the shops. And the shops don't always get very interesting stuff, necessarily. Sometimes they do, but sometimes it's just okay. Damage resistance against traps, which is nice. Yeah, the meta progression, like, a tree that we have here is solid. Damage to nearby foes, that's kind of nice. I like that. The idea of doing more damage to baddies. To nearby baddies, no less. I think I will go for the shield one. And if I wanted to, I could divest either of these. Or to do anything, I would say maybe the health regen one. But actually, that's not enough because that costs 60. Oh, each thing, I see what's happening. Each thing costs more. The cost goes up each time, right? I see what's going on there, yep. Yep. Alright. So now we know. Crest does have something for us. That's exciting, man. Yeah, I've definitely seen worse. And I've seen, like, less engaging in that way as well. Grim Dawn is pretty rough, or complicated, too. Yeah, it's not complicated in this game at all. It's been pretty chill.
Always learn.
Learned a new spell, by the way, and I definitely want to try this one out. Shards of Ice. I would say... onto that guy, because I'm kind of curious. Oh, you hold it. Huh. It's a lot of damage. 175 is a lot compared to this guy. That one being a long-range weapon. I mean, the lightning one I like so much. The problem is, I think the green one is solid. I think the green one's good, and I like how quick it is. I don't love how this one is like a charge that takes a minute. Oh, I think I see what's going on there, too. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Is there, like, a perfect timing? 175 versus... Like, when it like, first blinks? No, it's the same damage. There's not, like, a perfect timing charge for it. That's what I wondered, too. If it's like, oh, maybe if I, like, time it exactly. Oh, there we go. There it is. So it is double damage. Just about double damage. But if you, like, undercut it, yeah, it's a little bit tight. It's actually not as tight as I thought it'd be. I was misunderstanding it. I thought it had to be full. I thought the bar to be full, but it's got to be a little bit before it's full. Now, that's the thing. Is that just a Oh, that's the measure of the distance. So if you do, like, the sweet one, it's not going to reach as far. It's still pretty good, though. That's still pretty good. Yeah, I think it's worth trying. And I would say, like, yeah, I would rather replace the green one than the lightning spell, because lightning spell is very good, and having like two kind of mid-range spells, it seems a little bit silly, versus one that's mid to long range and one that's only short range. I think that's good enough for me. Good enough for me. Let's see what Gratofi's got first. Thank you again, Gratz, for that raid. Very nice of you, buddy. Good Gratz has been up to. Oh, that's nice. That's so fun. Oh, wait, I thought you meant in real life, and I got excited. I thought somebody had Babbo in real life, and I got excited. But we're talking about video game, and which is still cute, too. This is adorable, by the way. This is adorable. This is also a reminder that I really ought to get this game for myself, so that I can delve into these kinds of goofy-ass hijinks.
You know what? I think the best approach, I'll just leave it up to fate and say either would be great.
Smart man. Please tell me it's... Oh, yes. Jump scare. I love the jump scare.
You know what? I think the best approach...
There it is. If anyone was alt-tab, here it is.
Oh.
I love Gratafi's reaction, dude.
Oh.
That is a face of a man that has seen some shit. That is a face of a man that says, oh dear God. And in all fairness, that is quite the face. Now the question is, how did you get that face from faceless and normal? How did you get this little piss goblin? Like, how do you get that from like no face and like normal happy guy? Bizarre. Genetics be weird, man. Genes being strange. Genuine horror. Surprise, disgust, amusement. Yeah. Yeah, I could see the color for the eyebrows. Yes, that makes sense. But this, my gosh. Incredible, just incredible. Now, unless the fella has like a, I mean, because I can see the mouth shape. The mouth shape has something in common, but the eyeballs are so fucked unless his eyeballs are normally fucked, but right now they're happy because I guess like somebody is proud when they have a baby gets born. That's fucking weird, bro. That's so cringe. Imagine liking your family. Ew, gross. Now that is very cool though. So okay, that makes more sense. He normally has the fucking goblin eyes. That does make sense, but dear God. That's yeah, that's a good if you do a YouTube upload Gratafi, that's a good thumbnail right there. Incredible. Just incredible. How's about this, guys? It's getting kind of late, but I do want to do one more run. Give me 1 sec, and I'm going to run to the restroom. Gonna unmute the game so you have a little bit of background noise. So yeah, give me just 1 moment, friends. Run to the restroom, use the little hobbit's room. Use the restroom, then we'll do one more proper in-game run before we round out for the night. How's that sound? I'll return shortly. 1 sec, friends. All right, we are back. Get back to it, and switch the screen. Bam. All right. Should pop up in a moment. Thank you again, Kratz, for that raid. Appreciate you a bunch. That was super cool. What a cool dude. And we're all set. think we're all set. Continue. Now, really be curious. Actually, hold on. If I just like click it once, is that a melee? I was gonna say, is that a melee hit? No, it's not, because like I can't just go bop 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 bop. Nope, that does nothing. So the big one is gonna be kind of getting into that rhythm, and also being able to like just stand still. Because yeah, now that's actually kind of cool too. If I do the thing, I can dash through it, or dash out of it. That's, you see, so I mean, you're locked in, but you can move out of it. You can dash out of it, but easier said than done. At some point, it would be nice to also save up for this cool fire fella, and I'm guessing there will be more spells where this came from. I know we have these 3 spells to choose from, but I'm assuming there will be eventually be more. Because again, the game is in early access, but yeah, I think we're all set. Let's do another run. One more run for the road before we wrap it up for the night, just because it is getting kind of late.
The forest's echo, Watcher. Your heart has carried Tharakon's memories.
We sure have, which was one of the main biomes we beat earlier. I'm guessing the idea is once you beat a biome for the first time, it's a big story moment, everyone's impressed. But I'm also guessing that when you start a new run, you probably go back to the beginning and do that same biome again, I'm assuming.
Its peace, its strength, its betrayals, its fires, its healing. I saw it all, except...
Say it, Watcher. Let your heart speak.
Except me. I thought I'd find traces of myself in those memories. There was nothing.
The rift is unraveling everything. It is hard to find yourself in a world where memories are broken.
It seems like when they refer to memories, they oftentimes refer to spells and spell modifiers and spell triggers.
Stealing from the cycle.
That's the idea, is it's more nebulous, and our role is manifesting those memories into, again, spells and modifiers and triggers for our spellcasting purposes.
Gather the other Guardian's echoes, and we may yet restore what the world has lost.
And what are we going to do about the rift?
You mean the giant nightmare black hole disaster happening back there? Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Watcher, the mountains call you now. Seek the Guardian Meda. The memories will light your way in time.
No pressure, but everyone's counting on you. And with that, time to do a new run. So we did, of course, unlock a new spell. We got a little bit of meta progression enhanced as well, which means we have more life. And we do have a little shield we're starting with, which is cute. So I do love that. Otherwise, though, it'll be a familiar beginning. And sure enough, yes, we are starting still back in the same forest area.
I wanted the same thing. The memories.
A little bit spooky. And again, we had a pretty good run going last time. I'm a little bit sad that the run ended. But it's also unexpected because, yes, there was no shortage of big scary things going our way. And it makes sense to want to revisit the meta progression stuff and power ourselves up a little bit. Each run you go a little bit further, you gain a little bit of like stuff to enhance yourself further, a little bit stronger, a little bit nicer, a little bit more capable than last time. I do miss my spammings of projectiles. But these guys, they swarm you so much. That's what mosquitoes are known to do, of course. They swarm. There we go. Now, I can one-shot these. I can one-shot them. And in fact, there was that one challenge that said one-shot like 3 dudes or more in a single run. So, better speed, but smaller size. Better speed, but slightly worse damage. Or piercing. The piercing one's kind of tempting, especially for that like long range spell we have. Longer range. The speed, I'm guessing, would mean like charge speed, probably. Maybe also traversal speed. That is in the case of the big one. We could apply speed to the lightning one. I don't really think I would be too worried about the size one, because usually we're very deliberate when we're targeting with that spell. And it's not the kind of spell to hit a lot of targets anyway. The lightning spell, that is. So we could give that one to the lightning guy. I think the speed enhancement would actually be quite nice, and the size would be pretty negligible. The piercing one's kind of tempting. It pierced, like, for the long guy, that is. I don't know, man. I'm kind of vibing the idea of quicker speed for the lightning guy. I think I'll indeed place that right there. So that means the length goes... Oh, okay, so that enhances the length a bunch. So another 4 seconds. Yeah, almost 5 seconds of a length increase. When I say that... Oh, I misunderstood. Length... Oh, okay, not duration. I'm a doofus. I thought length meant duration. No, it's just longer now. Okay, well, you know what? That's actually not quite as good. I'm a little bit surprised speed over there translates to spell length on this side. That's a little bit unusual. I'm guessing probably works the same way here. It's a straight up speed, so probably charge speed. It charges way faster. I mean, you know what? I'm still okay with that. It charges way faster. Which is probably for the best because, yes, that is a spell that you're locked in a place when you're charging it. So that's kind of not great. So I'll chalk that up as a win, but I'm a little bit disappointed because I really wanted to use that for the lightning one. Maybe that's a problem, though. Maybe they realized that, like, attack speed going up by 40% might be kind of busted for that lightning spell. So maybe it's for the best. Maybe that was a deliberate choice by the devs to not let you get too juiced. Too juiced too quickly. Too juiced too furious. Good damage. That's the thing, though. It's a long-range spell. It's kind of a commitment kind of spell. Bah. Oh shit! Started that when it was in the danger zone. It's pretty good. Yeah, at least we're able to, like, once you kind of get a rhythm down for it, it's actually not too bad. Gotta get used to it though. Didn't lose any health, we just got the shield, which is nice. And of course I got some meta progression for our troubles. Just nice, that lotus flower stuff. Now, how does this work? Is the idea that you have to, like, hit it with the matching spell type? Because if we had, like, a fire spell, maybe then that would work. Because, yeah, previously we would just, like, hit this thing and it would give us something, but that's the idea. You have to have, like, the matching spell type. We do not have that. So go for a rare one or a, I guess maybe a ground type. Let's go for a rare one. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it.
The forest had become familiar ground.
There we go. I can't one-shot those guys.
Before the climb began.
I can one-shot them as the skeeters. I can't one-shot these dudes. Oh, maybe I can actually. I just didn't have the timing down earlier. Yep. Because there was that one... Oh shit, there was that one effect that said, like, one-shot, like, 4 dudes in a single run. So the more of that we can pull off, the better that will help with the meta progression. Not too bad, not too bad. Flesh of Swords. No, it's Flash of Swords. Trigger on spawn. Beam orbiting the source. Not bad, not bad. It is a rare... Well, they're all rare triggers. Oh, no, they're not all rare triggers. Only that one is. So the one we have is a freeze spell. Oh, it's a chill spell. That only works if they're frozen. Yeah, honestly, neither of these are good right now. They could be good later on as we do more freezing stuff, but no guarantees. I will absolutely take this one. Trigger on spawn, which won't be as good for the lightning spell, but will potentially be quite good for this one. Expensive, it costs 3. Critical chance goes up slightly. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I think I was right the first time. As that would apply... Yeah, let's put those there still. That's kind of cool. Yeah, do you see that? It's like a little, like, wispy little sword fell that, like, flies out with it. That's kind of sick. I kind of like that. And enhancing that with speed wouldn't really do anything for it, obviously. This is another case where it's triggered on spawn. So if I were to put this on the lightning spell, it would only be when the lightning spell first spawns out. Oh, actually, no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong as hell. That's super cool. Because the other one that was triggers on spawn only popped once. But I guess that's the thing. It stays out as long as you keep the spell held down. That's actually kind of sick. Now, the question is, does that mean it only does the sword damage? Like, is it pushing it out? Let's experiment with it, but as long as it is also applying the lightning damage, I think that could be actually quite good. That's really cool, I think. I think that's really neat. I also like this one. I mean, I like it in either place, but I'm really impressed by this. A relic or talk to a dude. I think that's going to be like a random event. I've so far have not been very impressed by the random events. I think let's go for this one. Got them big old booty cheeks, Aleph. That's right, that's right. I'm known for many things. Booty Cheeks McGee is one of them. It's interesting. It's definitely doing more. Well, I think it's doing more damage. Yeah, the lightning is definitely applying, and the sword thing is kind of pushing him back. I think it's good. I don't know if... Yeah, I think I like this more. I think I like this more. Fire damage. Well, that's great, because I have so much fire damage I'm doing right. So much fire damage I'm doing right now. Yeah. I think this is good. I wish I could find a crash test dummy so I could test it more and see what the numbers look like. Because we know the lightning on its own does 40 damage per tick. So 20% of 40... It's 5 damage, right? Did I... Oh, no. That's, God, I wish. No, it's 2 damage. It's 2 damage, I think. Yeah. So it's not very impressive, but, like, it still helps. That's the light... Yeah, well, but it's per tick, though. The, more about it, because it's per tick, which is kind of cool. But it's, like, swinging around. Yeah, no, it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell. Gotta think more about that. No, there's a rare relic, more ancient lessons for getting more spells. I'm curious about the fire guy. I'll do it. Once we get the fire guy unlocked, that we don't really care about the lessons anymore.
I didn't know everything the forest had been through.
I'm wondering if I should put on that guy instead. Oh wait, no, I'm full of shit. It's not 2 damage. I'm full of shit. So yeah, so 10% that would be 4. So it's okay. So it's 8. Okay, so it's actually quite a lot better. The crit chance is nice. Yeah. 20% on that guy could be a lot juicier.
The shadows would show me.
We had this area last time. I don't remember if we had this exact same kind of little spot. Was there like another like lookout point? The waterfall's really cool. Nothing else to speak of, though. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about watching how the damage is applied a little bit more. This would be a mini boss, I think, or just a enhanced combat situation. Yeah, we've seen this before. Yeah, 40, 40, 40. Yeah, there's the 8s. Yeah, as expected. There we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Get out of here. Get out of here. Just zap the shit out of you. Bup, 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 bup. Not enough to one shot, or not even one shot, but not like single cycle him, but still pretty good. It's kind of doing laps. It works. Oop. And blam. Another solid one like that should do him in. Oop. Let's do another round, or another lap rather. He's out. That's one less fella. Not quite the big damage now. Oh fuck. And focus you a little bit better before you summon more dude. Oh shit. I did freeze him, by the way. Oh shit. Whoop. I'm gonna avoid taking damage if I can help it. I thought the sword thing was his thing, but no, it's mine. The sword is mine. The dude's mine. Hey, that's good. Okay, so that's always going to be a focus increase. So that's actually very nice. Doesn't really help us right now because nothing's at capacity, but that is still helpful. So the eyeball or more the lotus fellas. I mean, the eyeballs will mean more spell availability, or not. What am I trying to say? It will unlock the next spell that's available.
I'd spent so many years in the temple, far from Mystralia.
So I definitely would like
Far
that.
from its life. Now I was thrown into the fire, and I wanted to feel it all.
I'm trying to get those one-shots, but these guys are really swarming. There we go. There's a nice triple. Oh, baby, a triple! It'd be very unfortunate if the one-shot bonus can only be applied for a single goal. So it's like you get the 3 for unlocked because of this one, obviously, but then you do another challenge. It's like, or rather, you like cash that one in, then like, all right, cool, now do a 4 for next time. It's like, but I killed like 300 dudes that last time. What the hell? So hopefully you'll be able to cash multiple of these in a single bound. I'm gonna guess this one is a town or a shop even, and this one is a heal, maybe? I would be able to afford one thing. Most likely. Most likely I can afford one thing. And the heal would, you know, probably just give you 3 hit points back. Unless it's not a heal. What if it's a health increaser? But we've seen the health increase. We've seen the max HP increasers. So I think I will take the probably safer route here. Talked to this guy before. Well, we've talked to this guy before. Not sure if I've talked to this guy before.
Seems like everyone's talking.
Okay, I do remember this guy.
House these days. Do you know what's happening to the sacred tree?
I fear he's under the rift's influence. He was delirious when I saw him. He spoke of the return of fire.
Oh, that wasn't delirium. Believe me, the fires were real. So real I still lose my breath when I think about them.
What happened? Who was responsible for those fires?
People will tell you the mages did it, but I'm telling you, there's more to the story than that.
All right. Now, the nice thing here is we do have the crash test dummies. Do you like the lightning thing? That is kind of neat. And if I wanted then to apply this towards the other fella, yes, yeah, that's where I want it to be. So we know that it does like 275 maxed out typically. See, that's the thing. It has to like go past the guy. Yeah, it's like kind of a weird, like it kind of applies sometimes, but not always. It always has to like go past him. Yeah, which is a little bit tricky to do, obviously. Yeah, I think I made the right choice in putting the flash of swords with this one. I think that's the right choice. That is the right call. I can afford the solid defense one. Yeah, that's the one we had last time for a little bit. It's a solid one for sure. I think I would rather spend the money on more meta progression stuff for later on. And it gives you, yeah, very good, very good. We're up to 60, which is pretty good. Can't afford this one. I'm just kind of appreciating it. So I don't have any green damage that we do. Some more haste. I mean, the movement speed is always good.
Sally told me the spirits saw you with the sacred tree.
That's right.
I definitely didn't kill him to death.
He told me something that made me think of you.
Me? What could the sacred tree possibly say that would make you think of a simple ash grinder?
Old ash grinder. What about an ass grinder, though? Asking for a friend.
And of rebirth. And I saw you, standing behind your jar.
Grinding your asses.
In the ashes, all life. Look into my jar. Dead trees are dead. Ground together until no one can tell them apart. All you see is ashes.
All you see is asses.
Fresh soil. Rebirth.
Yeah, that's neat. It's neat. It's cute. Yeah. Still like mostly feeling good about the this new ice spell. It's solid. All right, yeah. Solid. It's hard to get excited about, but it's solid. We know that this actually is a meta progression thingy. So the relics are nice, but I think I actually will now go towards the broken heart thingies. I shall seek these things out. Another enhanced challenge situation. Oh, right. This fucker. Oh, there we go. Oop. Oh, God. Can't say I like this guy too much. Controversial opinion, but I think this guy that does a shit ton of damage is not very nice. Oop. Don't also love how many dudes amongst these regions spawn. Oh shit, I'm getting fucked up. Oop. God damn it, this sucks more than I remembered sucking. Of course, at this point I had more haste. Last time we did this mission. Last time we did this fight, rather. Ooh. And I had more like fire and forget spells, whereas this damage spell is like it's kind of a commitment spell. It's like you have to be locked in place when you're using it. So that does make it a little bit trickier. Like decent damage, but actually that's both of my spells. It just occurred to me, both of my spells are like locked in place kinds of spellulars. I think we'll get it, but like this is a tough one. There we go, we got him. Yeah, that's a tough one. I took way more damage than I wanted to.
The echo fragments had to return.
They're called echo fragments. Okay. I figured sad broken heart thingies would not be as sexy of a name, so that does make sense. Yeah, so that's something I hadn't really considered, but yes, both spells locking you in versus like a fire and forget kind of thing does limit things considerably, but we can work with it. More eyeball fillers, so now I'm halfway to being able to afford that fire spell we saw back in the lobby. And we're definitely at that point with like the game's kind of rhythm is where I'm trying to like, you know, I will take the max health because yeah, I mean the links are nice, but they're not as helpful. This early on necessarily because nothing's at max capacity. Yes, being that we're still early on just with the games in general, I'm trying to like prioritize things that will help future runs versus what helps this run right now. Because this run right now, we're still pretty early on. There's no guarantee we can get really that much farther than we did last time anyway. So investing in what will help those along further seems like a more sound investment. Yeah, and more future variety, exactly. And don't get hit. There you go. More future variety, don't get hit. I mean, sound and also sage wisdom. For the random event, so it would seem.
This place felt gloomy, yet somehow soothing.
Man's dancing naked in the rain like a weirdo. Yep.
Oh, High Blossom, I call upon thee.
Gonads?
The summit of your mountain.
Gonads.
You can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. It's you who can't. I see it in your eyes. You're already far away, aren't you?
He's just dancing around in the rain.
High Blossom.
Nary a care in the world.
See our forest in flames, and I know they're taking from your mountain too.
You mean the mages, right? What did they do to this forest?
May my clouds rise to guard the trees. May my rain fall to shield the leaves.
Very good. So we can get some shields. Or heal after each encounter. Ooh, I love that. Oh, but limited times. Or lose max health and gain 40 shield temporarily. I'll take the heal after each encounter. It's a shame that it only lasts for a certain number of encounters, but better than nothing.
May the rain save us from the flames.
We'll take it. A random event that actually was kind of nice. I mean, there were some unpleasant trade-offs with some of them, but I mean, actually, I guess only one of them had an unpleasant trade-off. The other ones were like pretty brutal. Fire or ice? Well, actually, I mean, the ice one is good. But I do have a thing that says do more fire damage. A lot more fire damage. 25% is pretty tasty, so I think actually we'll go for the fire one. Even though our build is more isular, generally speaking.
The shadows burned with rage.
Yeah, these guys got the shields on them, so I can't one-shot them anymore.
Like stepping toward a living fire.
Oop. Oh god. I'm not pushing them back as much, so I can't just kind of focus on that anymore. F a triple. Oh baby, a triple! Ouch. Not too bad, not too bad. What was this thing, by the way? Use. Oh my. That one. Oh, it's a puzzle. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let's do this first. Trail of fire. Oh, a spiraling projectile. That's kind of cool. Furious Outburst. I think that was the one we saw. Yeah, we saw this one already. And it is good. It is good, but yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of trying different ones. And I would say this one has me curious. Better damage, no burn increase. And it's on spawn, but yeah, whereas, I don't know, just deal, like, trigger on distance, I don't think is as good necessarily. I'm gonna try on this one, I would say. Although I would also try on the lightning fella, but first though. Yes, yes. So let's see, yeah, so like we need to connect them out. Connect them together. Like that. Probably multiple ways to solve this. Oh, whoops. Let's see. You can't rotate necessarily, which makes sense. There we go. Get that one there. Because that one doesn't go anywhere. What about... Oh, that's up too high. Then we'll do this one. Boop. And then that one goes... Oh, not quite. That's all well and good. Oh, it's, yeah, it's also not pointing in the right direction. Like, trying to see if we can, like, send it back another direction, but no, that's not gonna work. What I'd rather do, if possible... Let's try the other direction, actually. Oh, unless it has to be both directions. I don't think that's the case, though. Something that can... There we go. Then go... Oh, that's down too low. To be up higher. Like this. And then... not quite. Not quite. Need something that aims downwards. Diddly-dum. If this one... goes down. Need something that points upwards. Have we tried the new combination just yet? Not yet. I saw this pose and I was like, ooh, I want to see if I can solve this thing. If I can solve it for X. I wonder if there's a different starting fella I should use. So I'm assuming we need to connect from left to the right. I'm assuming. Although left and right don't really look any different, but that's kind of what I'm guessing. We sort of like... some other like direction connecting back that I'm just not considering. That one would be great, but there's no connector on that's like up high enough. That one. There we go. So we connect them. Did Alex do good? I don't know. I don't know. Like, is there something different around here? I guess I didn't look ahead of time. Huh. I guess this thing, there's no, like, immediate answer for, like, yeah, what is this thing? What are we gunning for necessarily? I assumed it was to connect from one to the other. Maybe the idea is, like, they all have to be connected in some way? Maybe that's the idea. They all have to, like, have some kind of juicification. Yeah, so this as it is won't do. Like that. Now they're all connected. Is that sufficient? What do you want from me? Guess I don't know. I guess I don't know what this needs. Maybe it all has to loop Like in one big loop, maybe? Like leave the middle yeah, let's reset. That's what it started as. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess I don't know what the goal is here. And I also don't know how long I'm gonna spend staring at it, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, I wonder like what the intention is here and what the goal is. Because to me it makes perfect sense. Oh, we'll just connect to left or right, but that's not the answer. I don't know. A mystery. Anyway, yes, I was curious about this fella. Spiraling Rage. Oh, but it's only at the origin point. It doesn't connect. It doesn't, like, follow the fella. I was hoping it would follow the fella. Because that's a modifier. So it's on spawn, right. Which makes sense. Well, I mean, I'll still try this one, then. I'll try it with this one, but I think I know the answer. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. So that's where that spell spawns. Okay. And I think I also know the answer here. What if I attach it to the sword? Yeah, it seems like... Well, that's a little bit more chaotic. I think having it attached to the actual... Yeah, having it on the actual lightning bit itself makes a little bit more sense. I'm actually really surprised that we're seeing things that actually... when you attach to the lightning spell, and it's on point of origin, it actually considers the lightning's point of origin, or rather like the tip of the lightning spell, not the origin of the spell, which is me. It seems like it's always casting it once per, which I think I'm okay with. Yeah, it's like, it'd be better if that was affixed towards something that could spawn it multiple times. It is still nice. It is still very nice. Yeah, I'd want that to be not at the point of origin. As it does, because I understand why it does that way, because the spell does start at my guy. But I would rather that be something that we're applying multiple times. We could still find something that would help that along, but yeah, that's something I'd like to see. Yellow... So the brown one is ground, I think. Yellow is lightning, I think? Let's try it. Alright. There we go. The damage. Fucking him up. He's dead. Beautiful. Fire actually did get that guy. Good. It's like decent damage. We'll accept it. Nothing amazing, but we'll accept it. We'll claim it. Oop. It's actually kind of nice that those guys take a moment to get their stuff fully charged when they do their AoE attack. Gives you a nice chance to charge up your stuff, especially with a nice long-range spell like this. Right. And it does interrupt them too. That's kind of nice too. There are obstacles in the way, which I do not like as much. Oop. Standing in a circle and screaming. Yep. Oh shit. Yeah, this is a situation where this spell really does shine pretty well, because there's no real huge threat. You can kind of snipe them from afar, which is pretty neat. It's still pretty good damage. Very nice. Very nice. So sure enough, this is lightning, right? Actually, well, I mean, I guess it's light. Yeah, there's the light and heart again. I guess it's not lightning. Yeah, this is kind of its own thing. These are more just kind of general modifiers, I suppose. Yeah, these are actually the exact same three as earlier. Yeah. And we know that... Actually, you know what? I will grab this one. I could level it up and just say more speed, or I could say crazy speed and make it even smaller. And I'm not at all bothered by making it smaller. It's already a pretty narrow spell. So 40% smaller, but 80% faster is pretty darn nice. That's pretty dang good. I could level it up if we need to free up some space, but I suspect that won't be really an issue. think that'll be an issue eventually. Is there any indicator to say how many times I can do the dodges? Slide? I guess not really. I guess there's no real intrinsic timer. I mean, there's a timer for it, but it's not like you have to, like, you get like 2 charges and then it takes 8 seconds to spawn back up, I suppose. The knot path, this one, that'd be a relic. And the relics are good, no question. The relics are good. Well, sometimes they're good. That one's a boss, or rather a mini boss. I don't know if I want to have the bravery for a mini boss. I don't think my build's that good, unfortunately. I have a sneaking suspicion this run probably won't go the distance of the previous one. Not to say that I don't believe in my powers as an incredible gamer of multiple aptitudes, but I do believe I see the writing on the wall and that, like, my build just isn't as strong. But, again, we have those fundamentals. I've gained so much knowledge. Gained so much brain power, dude. Just think of the brain juice flowing through us right now. I ain't giving up. Never give up, never surrender. But I'm definitely not feeling as, like, confident by this point last time where we were like, oh man, we're doing so good. We are such a gamer. Times like this I should be more than willing to go back to lightning spell. A lot of dudes more spawning in at all given times, all hours of the day. Get his ass. Relic is more haste. You know what? I like the movement speed one. That's good. And feel the difference. Bonk, knock in the water. Get the fuck out of there. There we go. There's a max health one. Max health will help. It'll heal and increase our maximum capacity. Love that for us. Big fan. Fan. Hydration. And there it is, just full health. Not full health, but max health. What I meant to say was free health, because usually it's like, oh, I gotta fight something to make this worth my while, but this gave it to us, which I think means we're on to not boss battle. This is back to the map. So that was the reward for that path. And then from here, onto the boss battle. A boss battle we've done once before, so presumably we have got all the juice, but, well... Again, we had a stronger build last time we came through here. Rare modifier. So 2 more things. Less damage, quicker, and a lot smaller. This is one of those cases. This is one of those cases where you say, alright, do I invest in something that could really help this run? So if I applied that towards either of my spells, that could actually be quite nice. Or do I invest in the meta progression and accept the fact that we just might not have what it takes to beat this boss right now with the build we have? I think I'm gonna be kind of, I know this is kind of lame, but I think I will indeed invest in the meta progression, because I don't know if I can't beat this boss with my current build, I don't know if that plus my current build would be enough to beat this boss as well. I think this is the proving ground with my current build. If this, as it is right now, can take on the boss, then we're alright. But if I can't, and I need this one to be able to beat the boss, then I won't be able to go much farther than this boss either. So this is kind of like a good checkpoint anyway. I don't know. On the one hand, it's like, that does sound nice, and it would definitely help. But I'm thinking that, like, I think we should have what we need to be able to handle this. Probably. So if, like, you know, that's one of those things where it's like, if I would, and I think that's the thing, if I were to have taken that fella, it would have allowed me to probably barely win this run, or win this boss, which would still put me in a pretty vulnerable position for the next biome, which is not a very kind one. Anything but.
We are breaking free, Watcher.
So sure enough, even though we've already defeated this guy and took his memories and all that jazz, we have to go through the sequence again. The dialogue is different, but the same basic premise remains.
And yet we are shedding our bark. All that weight we carry. Grief, regret. Soon it will all be ash.
It will all be ass.
Mystralia cannot survive without its past. No one can.
That is the...
He's got a little bell dangling from his branches.
Watcher.
Cute.
Look around you. The fires, the screams. This is the past you are fighting to save.
Alright, once again. Oh, he still gets the iframes for a bit. I see. Guy thinks he's so cool. He gets iframes. Wowee. Thinks he's so special. Oh, shit. Oh. Gotta be paying attention. Gotta be paying attention, man. Don't be too cheap to pay attention, Alex. Decent damage. Decent damage. We'll take it. Oop. Oh, he gets a little shield that pops up sometimes. Oh. Oh. There we go. A lot of AoEs, a lot of area of effect shenanigans being applied, which I do not love. Actually doing alright damage. I think as long as I don't do any fuckery. As long as I'm a reasonably smart fella. Reasonably. We might be okay here. Fucking set this side here. At least when these guys do their attacks, that it like roots them in place. They're not firing and they're not running and gunning. Which I appreciate. Good damage. Good damage. Not amazing damage, but acceptable. Acceptable damage. This is very much a war by attrition kind of boss battle. Nothing like big and flashy. It's not lost me that I'm killing the same dudes and they keep getting resurrected. Just like keep killing them all over again. Oh fuck, I thought I had my spell ready. But it's not ready, so I just walked into the AoE like a doofus. He'll be doing his bullshit too pretty soon here. There's the bullshit. Not too bad. We got the dodge for that exact express purpose. Porpoise even. Not quite half health. Yeah, by this point, the first time we fought him, he was well past the half health point. Yeah, we had a stronger build last time. Just fucking die, bro. Please. You're being cringe. Alright. And focus you for a bit as you do your projectile nonsense, which is fine. Don't love it, but we can deal with it. And the guy's distracted. Good. I'm just loading him up, man. Lighting his ass up. Oh, he's on a shield bullshit. Alright, fine. He's on a shield bullshit. I will begrudgingly work on these fellers. Hit his ass. Very good. Ass acquired. Ass gained. An ass gained is an ass saved. Or a penny earned is a penis saved. I don't know, something. Ooh. There we go. Long range spells. I see he's doing all sorts of nonsense. I mean, so far it's all missing. Oh, not anymore, not anymore. I'm kind of like, oh, fuck, it was not where I wanted to dodge. I'm trying to be a little bit smart about this, and I'm trying to also, like, kind of go by that rhythm. Where I, like, I don't have to, like, focus quite as much on where the arrow is and focus more on the AoE things going towards us. Took a bit more damage than I wanted to, but I think we got him. There it is. There it is. I slapped around a couple times there, but actually not quite as bad as it could have been.
What will be?
There we go. Yeah, not a great build. Just in general, our build is suffering a little bit.
All those trees that grew after the fires.
The main thing is that both of the spells we have lock us in when we're using them. So that part does limit us quite a bit. Not as much running and gunning.
Know the emptiness it would leave behind if we lost them.
Believe me, I do. And I will never let the world lose that.
The rhythm method, Shava. That's right, buddy. We learned about that in health class.
For if we forget our grief, we will forget how to be reborn.
For our troubles, we gain more of the Lotus Fellers, which is very helpful because, again, that will help with just overall progressing our dude. And then we also get a modest heal, and I do mean a modest heal. That's it. And also another slot added to any spell of our choosing. Yeah, we never really found necessarily that there was like a point where either of these things were hitting their max capacity. So I don't know if we really need it necessarily, but it is actually already a particular direction, which is kind of neat. We'll go with this one here. No, here. Go. Yeah, we probably really won't benefit from that necessarily, just because neither spell last time was getting close to like being full.
Every step on the path mattered.
Its capacity shenanigans, but it's still nice. Onto the Elder Veils. A rare one would be neat. And I am curious about the memory forge. That's kind of cool. The good news is the Ancient Lessons reaches all the same things anyway, so it really makes no difference. If I can get the lessons, that'd be nice for, once again, meta progression purposes. Meta progression purposes. This biome is considerably harder. We definitely felt the difference.
Memories were carved into stone here.
First time we came through here.
Where had mine been carved?
No. Excuse me. Anything I want to change around here? I don't think so. We haven't really found anything to, like, of substance to increase this, to improve it, other than the speed increase. And the speed increase is nice. There's no question. Okay, that's lightning. I definitely will go for this one.
I had just faced Therakon, and now I had to continue with a mountain trek. No rest.
These are the little crossbow fellers, I think.
Cool me.
I'm trying to, like, once again, kind of go by how the rhythm of these attacks typically goes, so I can use my eyeballs elsewhere. Oh, I see you. I see you over here. So cool. Oh, oh, fuck! That guy fucking lit my ass up. What? Oh, I hit the barrel. Lame. Cringe. And he's out. Yep. Thump, 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 thump. Lightning ability. It's gonna be Frayed Nerves of Sanity. Lightning ball moving in waves. That's cool. Critical hit chance when they're affected by static. Which we're doing a decent bit. We could add more static buildup. Lightning ball moving in waves. Applies more static. Hit chance gained on foes that are affected by static. That's the thing. We're not applying static that much, and I don't know if I have the confidence to say we'll be able to build up to that point. I think I'm going to take this one. And normally I would say let's apply it to this guy, but it's already pretty full. And both of these effects... You know, I mean, that one I could do without, potentially. I could maybe switch that one out. But I'm curious to see this one. With that added in. It's neat. It's cute. Just one little fell that kind of follows around, which is neat. If I were to switch that with this fella. I think that's once again another... Yeah, it only does it once per. It's really not very impressive. It's really not very exciting. What if I put it on this fella? Yeah, not really that impressive, honestly. Yeah, it's just fine. It's just fine. I would probably put it on this guy. Just having it follow that line makes a little bit more sense, but yeah, it's not very impressive. Just one little orb fella, nothing exciting. We would need some modifiers to make it interesting. And we can find some modifiers to make it interesting, but that's
where I saw
the limitation we're kind of struck with right now.
I saw a stolen place.
Anything else? So we have to engage with him. We don't have to accept his thing, but we do have to at least engage with him.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
I know your words aren't meant for me, but that's how I've felt since the rift opened.
Why'd they take Baron's body? The Fulgur worked for 500 years. Why can't they let him rest?
Oh, those under the shrouds. Those are your dead, aren't they?
I saw the mages take him.
We've heard mention of the mages. Could that be the bosses we're fighting?
Until they rest soon.
Maybe the mages are like something we encounter much later.
I came here to tend to his shroud, but I guess that won't be needed anymore. You in need of a shroud?
What's that entail? More rare and epic memories for the next 3 encounters. That's kind of cool. Or, just higher order memories are gained for 2 encounters. Right, like 1 level up. I'll go for the rare and epic ones. Because I'm a rare and epic kind of gamer. Alright, that's kind of how we roll. Let's go with that one. And I guess we're going on for this one too. The Lotus Flowers one. Gotta make sure we survive long enough to reap those rewards.
And I wondered, was it the mountains being mined? Or the Fulgurs breaking?
A little bit nervous about the amount of damage I'm not doing to these fellers. A little bit nervous. I mean, we're dealing damages. The problem is I think these guys might be respawning them. Maybe they aren't. I think he's throwing projectiles at me, but I'm worried he's spawning more duders. I'd rather he'd not spawn the dudes. A lot of roly boys, a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog rolling around the speed of sound happening right now. Alright, I think I gotta divert my attention to these guys. Oop. Oop. At least kill that one. Right, he's dead? Yes, he's dead. He's fucking dead. Oh god. Speaking of being able to, you know, claim these things. Oh fuck. Okay, yes. Okay, those guys I think are a more of a built-in kind of spawn, not a spawn from a bad guy kind of spawn. This is an encounter that is not so good for that sniper skill. Like, it's a good spell, but it's kind of unwieldy in a situation like this. It seems like they do take damage from traps, which is kind of nice. Some of them, at least some traps. Oop. Oh. Trying to focus my attention on that guy. He's definitely pooping out these somersaulty boys, no question. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. There's a lot more dudes than I would rather there be. Zap some of them down. One more? We got it. Oh fuck, the fire. I'm going through the fire and the flames. Yeah, tough room. And this is not even the one with the mini-boss. The enhanced combat challenge. There's also a dude back there. Oh, I didn't even notice he was back there. Okay, now we got the stack thing going. Get him. Just kill him dead. Oh, we're not done. Oh, that was the fire. Fuck. Still not done. So yeah, these are just like straight up dudes for the challenge being spawned in, as opposed to a spawner pooping them out, I think. Unless I'm wrong, unless there's a spawner pooping them somewhere. Who's pooping? Did you get pooped or birthed? Birthed normally. That was rough. Lost a lot of health. Any fun things? These things were traps. A tough one. Real tough one. Should have taken the static build-up thing. That would have been the smarter choice. But again, we're not leaving empty-handed. We still got these guys. That makes me happy. Which means we're one more from being able to unlock the final spell that is currently available in early access. I'm sure there'll be more after that, but as of right now in early access, there are just a total of 4 like big major spells available. What is Memory Forge, pray tell? Let's see if we can find out, but again, I have to make it there first. No guarantees we can make it there. In fact, I think this is about where we died, like a little bit further beyond here is where we died for the second time there. Was it a boss battle? I don't think it was a boss battle. It was the spider mini boss battle. That's what it was. We're not getting to that point at the rate we're going here. Oh, I got it. It's a fucking projectile orgy. You made that projectile orgy happen, bro. That's so not cool, man. Oh. I miss having mobility when I'm casting spells, man. Not being locked into place. You have chosen poorly. Although I don't know if it was chosen poorly. It was more like, well, I wanted to try something new, and I'm glad I did, but I don't think I quite am vibing with it as much. I mean, I'm sure that like anything else, you can make it work. You just gotta have the right combination for it. Oh, fuck. Projectiles need to calm their titties. Oop. We did get the freeze, and we got the dead.
Soul beads. The reason for the war.
And we have to do... Oh god, is it gonna be the spider? If it's a spider, ain't no fucking way. Hopefully it's something else, but if it's a spider... Oh, it's the goddamn spider. Didn't I say earlier that, well, at least we're not dying to the same thing over and over again? Then here I am about to die to the same motherfucking thing. Oh! How did I not take damage there? Someone's looking out for me. Oh god! Oh, here come the big projectiles, yep. I'm trying not to even, like, look at the other dude. Oh! Okay, now I'm dead, yep.
I was leaving the path.
Yeah, that's spider dude, man. That's a big, like, test of your build. Do you have the power to handle it? I think our build last time could have done it if I was, like, more experienced with the game and kind of knew what to expect. It's a tough one. That's a tough one for sure.
I fished you right after a memory of a bird perched on a mountain. Were you in Fulgoria?
Yes, Talk. And it stirred something in me. Images. Afternoons on vacation with my mother in the canyon baths.
Oh, bathing! That sounds fun! The Fulgurs bathe all the time. I see it in the cycle.
I see it in the cycle. I watch them bathe all the time. They're really naked. It's like, bro, that's fucking weird.
I'm sure I went to the mountains when I was younger. I'm sure. I think.
I'd like to bathe one day too.
I've never bathed before. I've never taken a shower.
And make bubbles.
I mean, I guess he's like a... I don't know, mantis skeleton fella, so maybe it doesn't have to bathe. Insult your duties, haha, duties. 10 foes in a single run. That's me. And I got Nasta Aqua. I don't know what that is, but yes, I did that as well. Frozen foes. I've only done 4 of that. Static chain only 3 times, yeah. And a total of a whole bunch of thingies in shops. Accumulate. Oh, I got so close. Not this run, but the previous run, probably. Or short. And 7 years ago. English Guardian, 90 seconds or shorter. Fill a canvas with aqua memory. Oh, I see what they mean. Right. In fact, I probably unlocked this earlier. That one that's like unlock the aqua something. That probably happened when I invested my points over in the fountain over here. Which is actually what I'm going to look at right now. So there's probably some things I can sacrifice. Just kidding, I don't have any of the red thingy, whatever this is. And I am 2 of the blue fellers short on this one. For the rare and epic memories. These are the ones we've claimed so far. And yeah, if I had to guess, there's more that the devs will add eventually. Yeah, that is a little bit more limited. It's just there for show, and it is quite pretty.
Hope the shadows don't get you.
Try not to go hollow out there. And it's a shame we're 1 eyeball short. I claimed 5 out of 6 eyeballs. 1 eyeball necessary to get that one unlocked. What are you doing?
Wait, my disciple. I can feel it. That chill.
It's pretty chill, bro.
I've been to Fulgoria, haven't
How do you know that, Master? Have you been following me?
Do not be upset.
Now, one guy said he likes watching people bathe, so maybe he likes watching people do other freaky shit.
A trace. You would notice them if you paid attention.
Master Roshi looking motherfucker.
There.
Master Roshi would watch people bathe. He would.
There are as many shadows there as in the forest.
You're starting to feel it in your heart, aren't you? That weight. Now, imagine how much of
What's this little worldly gig you got here?
No wonder it broke.
Just a little bit of lore. Well, in that case, I'll go ahead and spend some stuff. We did get more of the Lotus Flower fellas, which is exciting. Yeah, the thing that kind of caught my eyeballs was a few things. I mean, the healing after encounters sounds nice. More damage to dudes with more status effect damage. The idea of eventually getting shields after encounters would be nice, and presumably that does accumulate. In fact, what I'm tempted to do is maybe even divesting from these. So I can kind of go all in on this one. And still get the health one, of course. Health increase. Or Why not both? Damage against nearby foes. That's a good one too. Damage against trauma. Extra health bar on. Oh, right. When they got the the extra shield, like that extra bit. It's the nearby foes one. So do that. So we already got that one. I'll do this one. This one. This one. And that one. There we go. So I can afford the gain shields after each encounter one, which is, I think, pretty pretty neat sounding. Sounds pretty cool. I could have instead gone for these. Gain resistance while low on health. Or gain resistance while you're high on health. I don't know if you're only allowed to have one active at a given moment, or if you can just invest in them both simultaneously. Wait. Learn 4 eyeball. Right. So I'm gonna guess that means like you don't gain the eyeballs. You spend the eyeballs to gain this passage, right? And if I do, I can probably unlearn it, right? Yeah. To gain access to this one, right? Oh, you can't unlearn that one? Aw, dude, that's kind of lame. Oh, well. Oh, well. You can unlearn, you can reset all these other ones. Oh, what if I do this? Reset, reset, reset. That's permanent. Oh, my God. So that's permanent. I see how it is. I see how it is. Ain't that some bullshit? Does that mean you can just, like, do this now? Nope, it's locked right now. That's an odd oversight. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not an oversight. Maybe that was intentional by the devs, but why only have these connection points be permanent, even if you unlock out of it, and you can't invest into them until you reach that point? Yeah, it's a shortcut, but, like, can't I just remove the shortcut? I don't know. That seems like an odd limitation. Maybe it's not an oversight. Maybe the devs knew exactly what they were going for, but I'm over here like, that seems kind of lame. That seems kind of lame. The reality is that it does make a huge difference, obviously. It does make a huge difference because we weren't able to afford anything with those eyeballs anyway, and we got all 5 of those in a single run. We could probably get 5 more in another run anyway, but still, it's like, it's the principle. It's a principle that matters. That's okay. This game was a fun time. This was a fun time. And, yeah, I think my overall outlook remains the same as far as, like, I understand not every roguelike is for everyone. And I mean, I know, I'm friends with a couple folks that generally don't really like roguelikes. So if you were a person that didn't really like roguelikes, this wouldn't really sell you on the concept. And I think if you really, really, really loved Hades and you wanted something that hit all the same, maybe not all the same notes, but was satisfying in the way that Hades was satisfying, with killer gameplay and an incredible story and memorable characters and an overall kind of meta progression that really stands head and shoulders above the rest, then I would say this game probably does come up short if you have that kind of lofty expectation. But if you're okay with a solid roguelike that, admittedly, the story and the lore is just fine, the storytelling, the world building, the voice acting, it's fine, it's serviceable, it's really nothing special, but it's also not bad. But you're willing to engage with really cool gameplay and a spell building system that is actually really dang cool, and I would say surprised me with how much fun I had with it. I was going in with, I like to think, not like bad expectations, but given that some of the folks in the Steam reviews were kind of shitting on it, I was thinking, well, this might just be kind of so-so. But no, I gotta say, I think this was really fun. This was really fun. And even if, with this game's early access systems, that there's only so many spells to go around, only so many modifiers and triggers to go around, there's definitely more we have yet to unlock in the game. In fact, especially with the modifiers and triggers part, there's a bunch that we've seen indication of existing without us actually seeing them in game yet, like things to add into our pools when you go into that little center area and invest reagents and various currency thingies to unlock more spells, like that's or spell effects, I guess. That's very encouraging to me. So I would say the fact that there's, like, even with what's out there right now in early access, this is still the maybe not tip of the iceberg, but there's lots more available that we've not gotten into, which is exciting. So what's there right now is encouraging, and I really do hope the devs are able to continue investing time and resources into building it up more. A very, very cool game. It's worth mentioning, by the way, I did not mention this earlier because this is a game I've never played, but it is part of a Mystralia cinematic universe, video game -matic universe. If I go to the developer's page on Steam, you'll notice Echoes of Mystralia, the game that just came out yesterday, but there's also this one here, Mages of Mystralia. I've never played it, but apparently I have it. I probably got it in a Humble Bundle years ago. So this is part of an ongoing kind of universe of sorts that the developers have been working on. This one has a familiar kind of looking spell building system to it. So this is not the developers' first rodeo. It'd be one thing if it was like, oh, it's a no-name developer, no one's ever heard of them. These guys have been around for a while. And, 2017, so these guys have been working on games for a while, so that gives me hope. That gives me hope. It'd be one thing if it's like this is their first game on Steam, not really knowing what to expect here. The fact that these guys are at least somewhat established means this game's probably not going to disappear overnight. I'm hoping that, this developer will be able to continue with it, and that the game will sell well enough to like encourage the developers to be able to finance their ability to work on the game more. Very cool game. Very cool game. I was really surprised. Yeah, the game it looks pretty. Yeah, the game has a nice presentation. The spell building's pretty neat. You weren't too impressed by it? I mean, it's one of those where looking at it visually probably wasn't very impressive. And I'll be real, that first like real run we did where we had like the really cool disc throwing spell and the lightning spell, and we found incredible combinations and incredible permutations for those spells. That was really cool. That felt fantastic. The second run, we didn't really find a lot of stuff that really made that second run sing, and I think that's a difference. And that's also how it goes with games like this. Happens with Noita, happened with Pathogenic, which we played a couple weeks ago, where the run lives and dies by not just the stuff you find, but knowing how to utilize it well. Part of the issue, again, is because I'd unknowingly taken two spells that both lock you in place when you use them, so that limited our overall kind of utility for the run a whole bunch. And if I had to guess, once we get that fourth spell unlocked, that probably will open things up quite a bit. So I don't know. I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged by what we saw here, and I definitely want to play more. And I'm impressed by the spell system. I would say it probably pales in comparison to Pathogenic. I think Pathogenic was like the closest thing to compare this game to is, well, the spell building system is the closest thing I'd compare it to. But I don't know if that's necessarily a fair comparison, because Pathogenic, for one thing, has been out. Well, I think it launched into a 1.0 state. I don't think it had a early access period. But I would say that one's a little bit more comprehensive, but also that one is more focused, which is to say, like, when you choose a different, like, you have the different characters in Pathogenic, and though the kinds of stuff you get in those runs, I would say, yeah, feels a little bit more focused, and also, like, you're constantly recycling stuff. You're constantly getting stuff you don't want anymore, or getting stuff to replace stuff you don't want anymore. You're recycling it, using those raw resources to empower other things. So it's a different system, and it kind of encourages recycling frequently, like getting rid of stuff you don't want to use this other thing. With this one here, I mean, there might be that. I guess I never looked to see what happens if you just drop something on the ground. It probably just gets left behind. You probably don't recycle it for, like, to get, like, the orbs out of it necessarily. But yeah, I would say, like, it's just kind of a different pattern, kind of a different rhythm to it. But no, even though I might say that Pathogenic probably had a stronger build system, the way that you build your guy up, the way you build your abilities, this one was still really good. And again, this one's early access, so it's kind of hard to do like a truly one-to-one comparison against the two. But I really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed myself way more than I thought it would. And let this be a lesson to all of us. Anytime you see a game on Steam that has here, in fact, I'll show you. What was the other one? Rainbreaker, I think was the other one. Because I noticed this earlier when I was comparing the other one. This game, as well as games such as Rainbreaker, two games back to back that have been criticized for being maybe a little bit too Hades-like, a little bit too in common with Hades. They have something in common, you might notice. They have something in common here. Check this shit out. So, look at this. Mostly positive, 72%. And if I move this over here, mostly positive, 74%. And some of us, the reality is that there's so many games out there. There's so many video games to play. There's only so much time in the day to play the games you want to play. You have to make snap decisions sometimes. You look at a case like this, you go mostly positive. I don't know. Very positive, then we'll talk about mostly positive, I sleep. I've been guilty of that. I've been guilty of seeing a mostly positive rating and going, I don't know. You know, and kind of and looking elsewhere. And these are both games that I wholeheartedly recommend if you're an enjoyer of roguelikes. Gun to my head, I might give the edge, especially towards Rainbreaker. I really loved my time with this one. And also, Thunderful Publishing is a pretty decently sized publishing wing. They've published a lot of like pretty well-known games, whereas this game is self-published. So again, maybe not the exact like perfect apples to apples comparison. I think this developer, Studio Fizbin, has also been known to make a lot of interesting things. They made The Inner World, a couple of other cool, pretty interesting games. Unfortunately, I think Rainbreaker was their swan song. I think the studio has since closed, which is a shame. I could be wrong, but I thought I read somewhere that after Rainbreaker reached the end of its kind of development life cycle and reached the end of its support life cycle, the devs would be going on to other projects. But anyway, though, yeah. So, but like I said, case in point, the idea that you see that mostly positive rating, that does not always tell you everything you need to know. For me, it depends on what exactly are the negative reviews complaining about, because what is a deal breaker for some might not be a deal breaker for others. Shake raids, and that's perfect time for us to raid into somebody else. I'm sorry, Shake. Normally I would be happy to keep going, but it is quite late indeed. Let's see if anybody else is live. Thank you for that raid, buddy. The hope is we should be able to maybe be able to game with you guys tomorrow with some Elden Ring co-op, because it's been a few weeks since we've done the Elden Ring co-op. I'm hoping that if possible, we can do some Elden Ring co-op with the homies, because I've been jonesing for more of that, because that was a fun time when we played last couple times we played. Yeah, it is quite late. It is quite late indeed. Thank you, Shake, for that raid. Even though I'm wrapping up my stream and we are raiding out ourselves, if there was any clips of yours you want to share with us, you know, I'm always down, Shake. I'm always down to see what you got for us. Always down for it. Always down with the goods. So if there's anything of yours you want to share with us, I'm super Redsky. I was going to see if there's anybody on this game's category to raid into, but I'm seeing a lot of Cyrillic characters. That tells me they would not be able to understand me, so I will not raid into those guys. Nope, no offense, no shame to that, obviously. No sadness there. But the language barrier thing is something I try to consider when I'm looking for a raid target. Makes it a little bit easier. Forgot to grab some clippies. I mean, if you want to go grab some, you totally can. I will be indeed wrapping up here, and we're going to find a raid target. Just kidding, we already found a raid target. Look at that. We found one. It was that simple. Because this person is playing a game I played last week and was really impressed by. They're playing Anomaly President. We beat Anomaly Agent last week and started Anomaly President and was really impressed by that one as well. Anomaly President was kind of a sleeper one for me, where I started it and I was like, ooh, I don't know, I'm not really vibing with this one. But then the further we went along, I was like, all right, this game's got the juice. Anomaly President is very good. Very good game. What about Stealthy Golem? Ooh, actually, now that you mention this, Shake, I am down for a raid suggestion. What are they doing? I do not know this person. They have a lot of viewers. I mean, I'm not opposed to raiding into somebody with a lot of viewers. I usually like to raid somebody like more my speed, but if they're a Shake homie, if they're a Shake recommended homie, then I could be convinced. He is playing a game I am very much wanting to play. He's playing Agent 64, which is a game that looks really neat. Looks really, really cool. As a Perfect Dark, GoldenEye sicko, such as myself, this game looks fucking sick. And I've had my eye on this game for a long, long time now. So he's playing a game I'm really all about for sure. This is follow your heart. You know what? We'll hit him with the Shake recommendation. He's good people. Good enough for me. If he gets a Shake recommendation, that's good enough for me. And he is playing a game I am all about. Absolutely all about. Thank you again, Shake, for that raid. And like I said, if there's any clips you or any of your viewers want to share with us, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and wrap up for the night. As I kind of do my little general outro. If anybody's just dying to follow me on other places, by the way, if you're just watching the stream, you're thinking, oh, Alex is ending a stream, I'm so sad, he seems so cool, I want to follow him on all the social media platforms and develop a parasocial relationship with him, that is very inappropriate and gets me arrested. Maybe not those last couple of things, but you can indeed follow on social medias. We have all the platforms available in that Linktree page. It has things like Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter, Facebook, OnlyFans, Chatterbait, all the usual places, obviously, all of my normal platforms that are real and not made up like those last two. But anyway, no, all that stuff's out there. I also do have a presence in lots of streaming platforms. I'm live right now on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook. The big one is that I'm live on Twitch. You can probably tell I got the hoodie on, so got that the one that's close to my heart, the left titty, the one that's closest to my heart. Got the Twitch logo on it. So Twitch is my main platform. I try to multi-stream and do the simulcast thing to lots of places, and I'm happy for people to watch anywhere they want to watch, but I will generally recommend that Twitch is the main platform. So, you know, if for whatever reason you're only allowed to follow me in one place, I would generally recommend following on Twitch. It's where most of our chatters and viewers are, and we also have certain like Twitch specific features, such as some games have Twitch integration built into them, and also we have the channel point function that we use all the time here on this channel. So all those kinds of things are Twitch specific. But like I said, I'm happy to have you watch anywhere you want to watch. I'm not one to tell you how to live your life. All I can do is advise and offer suggestions, but happy for folks to hang out with us anywhere they wish to watch, anywhere they wish to chill. It's all good. It is all good in the hood. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us, with all of us, guys and gals. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this at the start of the game, at the start of the stream. Shoutouts to Player Found. Player Found were the nice folks that hooked us up with the review key for Echoes of Mystralia, which allowed us to stream this cool little game. And once again, very much enjoyed this one. This game was very funsies. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else the devs have cooked up for this game, or will be cooking up for it, because I'm definitely all about seeing that early access progression and seeing how it all goes. Definitely a game I'd like to stream again in the near future. But anyway, thanks again, guys and gals, for hanging out. Thank you to Shake for that raid, especially at the end there, and our friends Gritafi and Neemwin for those raids as well, and Galanith. That's right, I knew there was one more. So 4 raids tonight, super cool. You're all really nice. I appreciate you. Everyone have a great night. We're gonna go raid Stealthy Golem. Have a good night, friends. Bye-bye.
If men are walking